Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Podcast 572. As always, I'm your host, Kyle. I'm joined by my friends Dan and Matt. This could be our last episode of 2025. So we've been off for a little bit. We had a mini episode that came out, so we've had some time to play some things. I've had a lot of personal things going on, so I haven't had as much time. My biggest, two things that I've been playing: PowerWash Simulator 2, which I'm, trailing the end of that game here, which I still really enjoy it.
Game's great.
I think you have platinumed it.
I finished it. Yeah, I will say that by the time I finished it,
you're probably like, I'm good now.
Yeah, it's almost like it's enough and not enough at the same time. I was telling my other friend, I really wish there would be one level that's similar to like the Warhammer level in the DLC where it's just fucking huge. And just make it optional or whatever, so you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I really wish they would do a mission that it would take me multiple sessions to finish. Because like, like the game, I love the game and like the pacing is fine, but sometimes I just want to clean something really fucking huge.
No, I understand.
And
like,
Star Wars license, make me clean the Death Star.
Oh, jeez, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
months
of content. Although that game would probably chug itself to hell.
I've enjoyed the different things, and I like after I fixed the auto save thing, which was an issue with the first game as well. I didn't really notice anything chugging too bad after that.
No.
The most egregious level I think that I've played is probably the solar system museum thing.
It's a little rough just because you have to go up top a lot.
Well, also you have to do those planets in order if you want that trophy, and that's fun.
The only level I did not care for was the theater level. I don't know if you've done that one yet.
I've done that one,
but it's because it's glitched and you can't move the cherry picker thing.
I got that to work, but it is glitched.
Oh, mine didn't work. Mine would not work.
I'll tell you what happened with mine. So I've had two glitches in the game. The first glitch was the one level where you have the last thing for the trophy is like finish the hatch door last. Didn't unlock for me. I did it perfectly. It didn't happen. And I looked it up. Other people have had that issue. So when I'm done with everything else, I'll go back and just play that level again. It's not very long. So it's a shorter one compared to other things that come.
That's the gazebo, I think, right? Yeah.
The gazebo. That was the first one that I really had a lot of issues with that part. And then the other one, the theater level. So that cherry picker is stuck. I did get it to unstick. And I finished, I want to say about 70% of that level. And then I was like, I need to be done for the night, went to bed or whatever, saved my game, came back, did not save. And the cherry picker was once again stuck.
Yeah.
And I went back and was like, okay, you've only done 20% of this level. So I had to do it again. But at that point, I was like, I will just do this all in one sitting and be done with this level. And I did.
I did find that if you don't finish a level in one go, like if you stop in the middle or something, it can make the game go crazy. Like the motel did that for me, where I played a little bit of it and I had to play that level twice because I fucked up cleaning the doors first, and it wouldn't let me quit it without like restarting. But then when I quit and came back, stuff was clean, but it said 0. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck this game is doing anymore. So I had to finish it once and then do it again. It's weird that
the gas station level too. I think that was another one that was a favorite of mine.
The roller rink or like the disco place is a very good one.
That was the one where I still had autosave on, and that was the one where it got really choppy. And that's when I said something to you like, have you had any choppiness issues with any levels? Because this level was like almost unplayable. Yeah. And I'd forgotten that you have to turn off that autosave thing.
The autosave murders that game.
It's bad. You just have to remember it's still like the thing is, even though you turn that off, it still autosaves at certain points.
At certain percentages, it does. Yeah.
That when you have it on, it literally autosaves every time you turn the water off.
Every ding. Yeah. And like every ding.
It's ridiculous. So you don't really need to have it on. That game still saves pretty well.
I will say a thing I like a lot about this game is that soap has a purpose.
And you don't have to pay for it anymore either. It's just in there.
But it actually it's something I used. Like in the first game, I never did because it was just like a pain in the ass. This one, it's like intuitive to use.
It is for sure.
And then the other thing, because I don't think I've talked about this game on here. The other thing about this game, fuck whoever changed the default controls. Like that
what was it from the first game? I don't.
You can change it back, but it is wild to me that you would make a second game and change the controls and then make that the default. It drove me crazy, and I was like, okay, I'll try to get used to it, but I kept pushing the wrong buttons. I was like, they have to have the old controls in here, otherwise this is going to drive me nuts. And if you go in there, you could dig and you could find it and change it back, but it was like,
oh, okay.
What in the world compels you?
Well, considering too, it's not like obviously it's been a couple of years since the first one came out, but it was supported with DLC for the last couple of years.
Yes,
I feel like that last DLC was like last fall.
It's not
so
like
it wasn't that long ago.
Like, I don't feel it's not that it's like a completely new game. It feels like more levels of the thing. It feels like playing.
More levels, but in a better, like an overall better engine.
Yes,
like they've improved it. It doesn't have that jankiness compared to the first one.
It's like, let's be honest, it's an expansion to the first game.
I'm not in a bad way. Like I wanted more of it.
I would buy another one tomorrow.
I also think the floor power washer is a game changer in this game.
Huge.
So
that's
so huge. Great. It's so good.
But yeah, if you were to announce PowerWash 3 tomorrow, I'd buy it tomorrow. It's not,
absolutely,
absolutely
nothing. I had no problem. They came out and they were like, "It's $25." I was like, "Absolutely, I would have paid
suckers." More. Yeah, I would have paid more.
I would have paid more. So I was extremely happy with it. But I've enjoyed it overall. I'll platinum it over the Christmas break here for sure, because I don't think I have too much left. But that's been like every night that I do play something, I usually do like. I've been playing Vampire Survivors again on PS5 just because I wanted to play it again on the PlayStation. And so I usually do like a couple levels of that. And then I play Power Wash. Have you ever played co-op in Vampire Survivors?
No.
So I played that with my fiance in the last like week or two. And it's really good. And she actually really enjoys the game too. So now that she knows what's going on with it, and I kind of told her, I'm like, it's not a hard game to get into. It's not a hard game to control, but like it's incredibly deep for what it is.
You have to play it for a little bit to understand it.
To understand it for sure. Yeah.
Once you get into it, it's like, cause I went back and did all the update trophies and stuff.
Okay, sure.
And like, you know, I'm right back into like, I can fill the screen with power-ups in 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, again, more Vampire Survivor is not a bad thing.
Great.
I cannot wait for the Warhammer one. And then
yes, Warhammer, isn't it just called Warhammer Survivors?
Something like that.
Sure. Yeah, something like that.
Cannot wait.
It looks great. It's not made by Pinnacle, but they use the same engine. I believe that was what was said in the trailer. But it looks awesome. And as we're turning more and more into big Warhammer fans. So more Warhammer.
We're gonna need a break by the time we finish this one, but
yeah, for sure.
We need a small Warhammer.
Mall Simulator, that's probably been the thing that's taken the most of my time. I did buy another simulator game. I have not loaded it up yet. The people that made Laundry Store Simulator made Comic Book Store Simulator.
One step closer.
It seems pretty good. Like, yeah, that's what I told you. We're so fucking close to that video. Like, we're so close. They're gonna make it.
All the pieces are there from other games.
Right? Yeah. Like, it seems like it's just like Laundry Store Simulator, where it has like weird, wacky side missions and stuff that's going on behind the scenes that gives it kind of a little bit more of a flair. So I do want to start it, but I'm just totally addicted to Mall Simulator and finishing that. That's probably been my biggest thing. And I have all the stores in it unlocked now. I'm just working on expanding each store. And it's a very easy thing to get in, and it's very, I don't know, for me, it's very relaxing. So it sounds like a stupid thing, but very much like Supermarket Simulator and some of the other ones. It's just a lot of fun. The only other thing that I have played, I did get a few games Black Friday. The only one that I opened the seal on and tried is Sonic Crossworlds. That was the one that I was probably the most excited to get. And I don't know, it was like one of those nights, because Black Friday is not Black Friday anymore. It's literally like the entire fucking week, and sometimes even into the week
before, a
month
after.
Exactly. But like one of those nights I woke up early enough and I just happened to look at my phone. It was like, hey, Sonic Crossworlds is $30 at Walmart. And I was like, cool. And I ordered that. I have Walmart Plus, so that was just literally driven to my house that day. And dropped off like within a couple hours. It is a great game, a great racing game with banging soundtrack. I didn't play much. I'll be honest, I didn't play much of Mario Kart World this year as I thought I would. I had a hard time getting into that game. I think this is a better kart racing game than Mario Kart World from what I've played. It feels more classic. It feels much more like those earlier Sonic racing games before they got to Team Sonic Racing, and I think there was another one in between there. This feels more like the best one that everybody talks about is Transformed. That was probably the best one they made. This is much more like that. The biggest difference here is like when you're on the track, after you get to like maybe the second lap, this portal will open up. Actually, it's two, and then you can choose like one of them. You can clearly see what the level is. The other one is a question mark, and then you can go through it, and it'll transport you to a different cross world, as they call it.
Sure.
It's great. Like I have enjoyed the little bit that I have played of it, and I will play more of it, but it is a very, very good kart racing game, and it's exactly what I was looking for. It runs really, really well as well. Just a fantastic kart racing game. So I think that's the one to beat in terms of that versus Mario Kart World. Like Mario Kart World's not a bad game or anything like that, but I had a hard time getting into it after Mario Kart 8, which I think is the best that franchise has been since 64. So one of the few 64 games I would put on a pedestal.
You mean Double Dash, but it's okay.
Double Dash is good too.
I like Double Dash.
That's pretty much everything that I have been playing. I am going to get back to Clair Obscur once I finish PowerWash, and I'm at the halfway point in that game. So when I finish this, I will go back to that and finish that, and then we'll see what I play. I have a stack of stuff now thanks to Black Friday, so
I have a lot of
stuff.
options.
Yeah. Black Friday was pretty decent this year. So I didn't get everything I was looking for, but I got a chunk of things that I was looking for at the correct prices. So was worth waiting for sure. What about you, Dan?
I've played a lot of, again, like random stuff. Like, so PowerWash, obviously I did that. The other, chill game I did and I finished was the new Katamari game, which still fantastic game because it's all you ever want it to be. This one is kind of nice because it has a way once you finish level and you do it again to like kind of help you. There's like power-ups in the game now where there's like a magnet and like a speed boost, but then there's also a thing that can kind of show you where like the missing presents and cousins are, which is really nice because otherwise you have to look up a guide and look it up anyway. So it was nice to have that feature in the game. It's the first brand new Katamari game in what feels like fucking forever. But it's the only issue I have is it still has that problem where once you get like a certain size limit, it has to pause and load the next thing up.
Okay.
So, I understand that in the PS2 and the PSP when we're reading spinning discs.
We're on the PS5.
To load that. We're on the PS5 now. I don't understand how like the whole level is not just loaded when you start it.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have to stop. Maybe that's a tiny complaint just because it's a Katamari game. There's really nothing to complain about, but that kind of drove me nuts. So finished that, platinum that was pretty good. I started playing. I guess I'll give the updates on Anthem. I'm done. I platinumed it. It's over.
You got 2 platinums. PowerWash and Anthem.
And Katamari, man. I've been platinum.
Oh, Katamari.
3. Yeah, I finished Anthem platinum.
Can't recommend it.
No, well, I mean, at this point,
it doesn't matter.
You can't buy it anymore anyway.
Isn't it like January 6th or something like that?
16?
16. It's coming up.
Just happy to get it off the fucking plate. Like the last couple of things I had to do were really fucking annoying were collectibles, but the collectibles are random. They don't always appear in the same spot every time. So it's really just like loading in, looking for it. Nope. Reload it. Looking for it. Nope. Reload it. It was mind-numbing. Again, the combat is fine, but it's nothing special. It's the kind of game I think I told you, and I was talking to my friend who I've been playing through it with, like Anthem 2 could have been good, but They put too much effort into whatever this was. And the story, again, makes no fucking sense. The final boss is a joke. It builds to something that is very unimportant. And then obviously now that there's nothing past it, it means nothing.
So the game has like an actual ending, like with an ending boss.
Oh yeah, there's a storyline.
Does it have like, I would assume like free roam or something after that?
Yeah, you can always free roam. There's like world events to do, but again, the game doesn't have mission variety. It's all the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's
Go here, stand in the green circle. Go here, turn on this tower. Go here, kill these things until there's none left, and then repeat.
Okay.
It's a bizarre game, which I don't know. It clearly was like, we're going to be making this for 10 years and we'll be able to expand it and do this and open that. And then it
the
bombed.
Destiny 10-year plan.
Yeah, but somehow far worse. But it's funny though, because like playing through it, it reminds me a lot of like original Destiny in terms of mission structure and like going to the hub and coming out. The only thing is, like, I think I talked about before, like the hub in this game is such bullshit because it's in first person and you can't run and there's no other people.
That's so
it's just like a dead. It's lifeless. It's a strange game.
It's a strange choice.
Which, again, could have been, if they ever made it 2, probably would have been good. So that's gone, uninstalled on the shelf forever. Borderlands 4, we've made some progress. We're now in like the 3rd area. Man, this game just keeps going. Just keeps fucking going. I hate it. Like, I don't hate it. Maybe that slipped out. I don't hate it. Is it a
better game than 3, though?
I think parts of it are, but parts of it are.
Okay.
And it's cool.
Is it
that
the narrative or the story? Or
the story's fucking boring as fuck.
Okay.
You're on a new planet and the timekeeper pops up to say hello every so often. That's as much as I can figure out is actually going on. One of the things I do hate about it is they propped it up as it's this open world. You can go anywhere. And it's this big open world, except if you're playing with other people. And then we're going to gate you this game has load screens, not screens.
Ooh,
it has load zones. Like you'll get to a walled off thing that you have to travel to. But when you travel to it, it just opens the invisible wall. So the game isn't truly open world because we can't split up and do whatever we want. There are parts where we're going to get forced into things. And I can understand that for like dungeons or like instances. That's not what this is. This is literally going down a road into the next zone. You got to stop and make sure everybody else wants to come with you. Because if one person doesn't want to come with you, you don't get to go. So again, kind of bullshit in terms of it's not what it is or what they implied it is. The gun, like there's new gun manufacturers. They all suck. So you just use the original ones anyway. Using the bike is fine. It actually helps because the thing is so open, but the pathing in this game is fucking crazy. There are like so many like cliffs and things that you can't go up. So you have to get off your bike and like lasso your way up so you can pull yourself up and then you can get back on your bike again. Just put a fucking ramp in the game, dude. Who cares? Like the other thing is there are missions that require you to carry like a capsule from one place back to like a safe house. You can't ride your bike.
You have to walk.
You have to walk it back. And again, and you want to know the worst part is you can't do the little slingshot thing to pull yourself up while you're carrying stuff either.
Oh,
so you have
that
to
sucks.
Throw it, slingshot yourself up, and hope that it A, landed up there, and B, you could find it again.
Jesus.
No thanks.
Crazy.
How many like of those missions are there?
Too many.
Okay.
Considering I have a backpack that can hold 75 guns in it, it's really strange I can't carry a capsule back on a fucking bike. Or what if somebody else could drive a bike and I could sit on the back?
Yeah.
Nope. It's awful.
That's bad.
The game's just a slog. Like that's the Borderlands formula now. It's like overload you with content that isn't good, that defies the game's logic. Like it's so fucking boring. And I think that's the other big part of it. Like I just don't.
Have you run into any like performance issues with it?
The game crashes constantly, or we get kicked
still
constantly.
still having that issue.
You'll be doing something and it just goes, oh, main menu. You get a loading screen that says main menu on it. Like, oh, we got
that sucks.
Yeah, it happens all the time. There's nothing that causes it. Yeah, I can't tell you.
I think they would make that a priority.
I don't think they care.
No, I don't either. I agree.
It's such a whatever game, and not fun and not interesting.
I think I made the wise decision to skip it.
Yeah, so. I think most people, if you sit it out, you're not going to be upset.
No.
All right, so there's that. I picked up my LA Noire playthrough again, doing the rest of that. That game I still like that game a lot.
I did recently pick up a copy of that to have.
It's such a shame.
I would like to play it again.
It's such a shame that we're never going to get anything like it ever again.
No.
And the other thing that kind of annoys me about it, and this is just my personal preference because it's my favorite Rockstar games, every time they talk about Rockstar games, they're always like, they made Red Dead and all these Grand Theft Autos, and they made Bully, and they never mention the game ever. Like, it's almost like it never existed.
Well, I think also that game was ahead of its time with the motion capture and the like. That was
the facial stuff was
brand
crazy.
New thing. Even though half the actors in that game are from Mad Men, which makes you laugh. But that game was incredible when it came out.
It did a lot of interesting things, and but I don't think it was a game. It's obviously not a game that GTA people wanted.
No, and that was the fun of when that game came out, where people buying it and then trading it right away. Because this isn't GTA in the 50s or 30s or 40s, whatever.
It's right after the war. Yeah.
Okay, and it's like that's never what the game was meant to be. So
just strange, but still great to play. Still fun to even just drive around and look at stuff.
Yeah,
and how the cases are structured and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I feel like if they had ever gotten to make that second one, because remember they did have the sequel plan. I would have loved to see what tweaks they could have made to the interrogation system and the cases and how the paths flowed out.
Mm-hmm.
They could have really blown it open, and it would have been really
absolutely
cool. But
agreed.
That's a dead franchise.
No,
but I'll finish that. I'm on the Vice desk, which is when Detective Cole Phelps' life falls apart. Which in a strange way, and then that game kind of ends with a thud when you get to the arson stuff. But
it does.
And then the other major thing I played is I started that Lego Horizon game.
Yeah, because it's one of the free plus games.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, we'll play through this. It's not good.
I was gonna say there's probably a reason why it's one of the free games.
Yeah, it's free, and why it went down to $20, and it's really poorly structured. If you think of how a Lego game goes, you play through a level and you collect the bricks and all this kind of stuff. This is the opposite of that. This is you just kind of do the same areas over and over again, and you fight the same robots from Horizon over and over again, and that's kind of it. There really isn't much to explore. There isn't much to do other than just playing through the stuff they give you to do. No. Even the collecting aspect of it is super toned down. In a Lego game, I just did, that Star Wars one. I did the DC villains, and those take fucking forever.
Yeah,
to collect all that stuff. This one, there's only 100 gold bricks, and you only have to get 50 of them.
Damn.
Whoa! It's a weird
almost it was made as more of a budget style.
Yeah, it's odd. It's clearly not made by TT Games or made just by people who
wanted to copy that formula a little bit. Yeah.
It's strange. It's really not good. If you like the Lego games, it's not like those. If you like the Horizon games, it's a very toned down version of the first one, and that's about it. Even the boss battles aren't crazy. It's just
was anybody, if you go back to it, was anybody really asking for a Lego version of Horizon though?
I don't know. I don't understand the game. We definitely didn't need the game. I think the Lego set is cool.
I think that's set is cool too as well. Yeah.
And I wish that the new ones, it sucks because they made new Lego sets but they seem almost to be more based off of the game than they are off of the original games. The tall neck is cool. I would love
it is cool as hell.
The other of those big monsters in a more of a collector's set aspect as opposed to a play set aspect. So just kind of it's a boring. Luckily it's short, so I'll just plow through it.
Yeah,
but it's nothing special.
That's a bummer.
Have I played anything else important? I don't think so. I didn't even get too much stuff for Black Friday either, because like I told you, like if Indiana Jones had been 30, would have bought it and played it again immediately. It still hasn't gone below like 55,
Jeez.
which is strange, considering that game's now been out, if you count the original version, for a year.
Yeah.
You know, they're not making too much. I can't imagine they're making too much money in the PlayStation version of it now.
No.
What else? Like Metal Gear went to 30 and I missed it and I went, it'll go back to 30 again.
I did that when it hit 30 because I was like, this is probably the best it's going to be for a while. And that game didn't come out that long ago.
No, and that's the weird part about that one. But if it already did once, it will do it again.
It will again.
So I'm not worried about it.
For sure. There'll be
all this
after
other
Christmas sales and stuff
get
like
off
that.
The list. Like, I still, I'm playing more Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm midway through Chapter 3.
I haven't even opened that. I have that though.
The game's still really good. Like it's.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I loved it a long time. The greatest part you can say about that game is it's just that game again, and they didn't fuck it up.
I was thinking about it today, and we'll get to it when we talk about the Game Awards. But like this fall in particular was not a great fall, I think, for games because a lot of stuff got pushed to 2026.
Really, not much came out.
The only things that I bought this fall, day one, was the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 because I wanted to have that right away, and the Final Fantasy Tactics. Those are the only two first
Tactics,
one I reserved and they shipped. Like everything else, I was just like Black Friday.
I do have to go get my copies of Yakuza, but that's more like for the shelf. You know, I just because I like the Yakuza games, so I buy them all, even if they're remakes. I don't really care. But and I do.
The pirate one was also on my list, but I didn't get that. I
do want to play through the Zero Director's Cut. So
okay.
But again, I didn't even go get those yet because nothing is really.
It was a very weird year.
Just an odd, slow
fall.
Year.
Usually fall things are popping off and everything.
Well, you think Battlefield and Call of Duty, but I wasn't interested in either of those after having played the Battlefield beta, didn't care too much. And
I didn't dislike it, but it just immediately when we tried it just reminded me of why I don't really care about multiplayer.
Right, and it doesn't have a good story, so why would I care?
Yeah. So I would if Halo, if they do another Halo or whatever they're going to do with the multiplayer, I'm sure it'll be free to play. I would be interested in trying that. But that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of it. Just a bunch of random stuff, and then I don't even know what the hell's next in terms of new stuff.
There you go.
We'll get to that.
Well,
we can get to that. We have some stuff on the board, but what have you been playing, Matt?
So I went ahead and downloaded Karate Survivors. I think I sent that to you because I was interested.
Yeah, is it a demo or something?
Yeah, there's a demo.
The actual game is out or no?
I want to. No, I don't think the actual game is out.
The actual game's not out yet.
No, hold on. Now I gotta check because now I'm I could have sworn. It was. Now I feel like I don't think it was Karate Survivor. Oh, it is out.
It is out. Okay.
Yeah. It's only $4.99.
It's not bad.
It's really not. So the only downfall to this game is since it's karate based, you have to have everybody so close to you to actually do anything. So the very first weapon you get is your fist, which is fine because the initial guys you get are pretty simple. They're just one punch and they're down. But once you get to the second part, they become more of a challenge and it takes 2 or 3 hits. So when you get swarmed, it's kind of you kind of die kind of quick. So the grind on it seems like it's going to be a little challenging.
Makes sense.
I will say though, the thing I did like about it is I felt like there was more environmental things you could utilize to actually help yourself fight.
Okay.
So you can grab baseball bats and frying pans and stuff like that. It's just they don't really last very long. So it just feels like it's a lot of grinding on this one, and I just don't know if I really want to. It's only $4, but in the same instance, it's I don't know if I really want to pay $4 for it because it's it could be fun, but not at that price range. I think I'd be more upset at myself than anything else. So I'm gonna wish list it, and if it ever goes on sale next year, I think I might snag it just to kind of see if it is fun. But the demo of it's not horrible.
Okay.
It's just I don't know if it's for me just yet, but we'll see. Honestly, man, I've been playing a lot of Warzone recently. I know this
Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But I noticed it the other day, and I haven't played it, but they have like a casual mode on there, which is filled with people and bots. And it's actually not horrible.
Kind of reminds me of what they did with the first Titanfall, had a mode like that where there'd be like 20 bot people in the match as well or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and it's actually not bad because like with it, like there's 150 people that drop in, and I'm not sure the ratio to bots and people, but it's not horrible because it kind of like makes you feel like you can actually maybe win a match.
Yeah.
And that's actually kind of a nice feeling, like when you get like 6 kills and you're like, damn, I'm actually not that horrible. You're like, oh, okay, maybe I can actually do decent. It's fun. I've been playing a lot of that. And also because it's just really quick. They're like 30-40 minute matches at most, but I haven't been really in the mood to like play anything like big time.
Sure.
So I was just kind of like, let's just play this for a little while and see what happened. I also went ahead and jumped on the latest season of Fortnite.
Okay.
And
is this the one with all the Simpsons stuff, or is that over already?
I think it was over already. Okay, this is a new version.
That might have been the last. That might have been the last thing. Okay.
Yeah, that was like the last cosmetic they did prior to this new season. The new season, the big thing was the battle bus got destroyed. And that's the thing that, flies you over the middle of the map.
A lot of people are upset.
Dude, they were pissed. So,
what does it do now?
So the battle bus being gone only lasted like a week and a half. Like it was not very long.
Because people complain probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and the thing about it is, so like, okay, cool. I get it. If you want to like change your game up, that's fine. But the battle bus was one of those things where like it just worked. Like it directly flew you kind of like in the middle, near the middle of the map. And so like you could just literally jump off and get to any access point on the map that you really wanted to get to. The problem is when they destroyed it, they had you surfing in on like typhoons or some shit, like big ass waves.
People didn't like that.
Well, the problem is you couldn't get to the middle of the map. You like the wave only got to you so high and so far in, so you really couldn't make it to the middle. So it's like, and the problem is like the middle is where the hot spot is. Like if you really want to be one of those tryhards, you jump into the middle to see how many people you can get rid of before the rest of the game really gets started.
Makes sense.
So like I told my son, because he was like, can you play the new season with me? And I was like, yeah, I'll play with it. And like the first match I played after that happened, I was like, dude, I'm out. I don't want to play this anymore. This is like really bad. And I jumped back on the other night because a friend of mine's messaged me and he was like, you want to play? And I was like, yeah, I'll run a match with you. And the battle bus was back. And I was like, oh, shit, that did not last long. And he was like, no, people were pissed. And I was like, well, it makes sense, It's fine. It's just Fortnite. It's no big deal. The big thing I did go ahead and pick up because it's my 10th game of the year was Arc Raiders. Right. Yeah. I made it to number 10 and I didn't buy anything else. Number 9 was Roller Coaster Tycoon because on Black Friday that dropped down to $19 and I picked that up. Yeah. So I went ahead and snagged that. But then I bought Arc Raiders because I really wanted to play it. And it's a lot of fun. It's I mean, I'm pretty sure people have seen clips of it or whatnot, but it's the extraction shooter game right now that's taking everybody by storm. But I feel like they've done a good bit of stuff with it to make it like you don't necessarily. Yeah, it feels different.
Unique.
And it's it's interesting because like, yeah, you can play with a team of 3 people, but you don't really have to have those 3 people. And it's like they position you in like, cause I've been playing a lot of solo and I typically, for me, I like drop in and I stealth everywhere because I don't want no smoke with nobody. I'm like, I don't want to mess with not one person. I've died like a handful of times and I've been mad because like I've had great loot, but like the problem is people wait at like the exit points now. So like you have to really be careful like who you run into or whatnot. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, it really is. And for $40, it's in a good price range where you feel like you actually can enjoy the game itself. I mean, I don't really feel there's any story or not. It's just literally you go in, you find loot, you're just trying to level yourself up, and that's all you really need to do, you know? So I know you downloaded it, and I'm excited for you to try it out. So
I picked it up on Steam, so I do look forward to trying it.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see what that's like. You can get your judgment on it, but it's fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
It got enough buzz on it that I got to the point where I was like, it seems like it's worth checking out. So I will definitely check it out.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic for the price point.
Does that wrap it up for you?
It wraps it up for me. I'm pretty simple this year.
Well, we can get over to the news, and we'll kick off the news with the biggest and most recent thing, which was the Game Awards, which at the time of this recording was last night.
Mm-hmm.
You watched it, Dan. I
watched the whole thing.
You watched the entire thing. I skimmed the trailers and watched the trailers that I wanted to see. But this year, I don't know. A lot of stuff going on. I was like, I don't want to sit through this for 3.5 hours and be bummed. But I will say, like, overall, and you watched the entire show.
Or watch the whole thing.
I don't have like the say on what the actual show was like, but I would say, at least from the trailers released, not a terrible year.
No, and so overall, I think it's far better than last year's was.
Okay.
It was even probably the best one I can remember in recent memory, because a big part of it is you weren't like blown away with ads over and over and over again. Like, remember in the past, it would always be like award, world premiere, 3 minutes of ads.
World premiere, and then 3 minutes of ads, and then he'd rapid fire 5 awards.
Rapid fire. So like the pacing of it seemed better structured this year.
There's a lot of complaining last year about the pacing.
They really kind of fixed that stuff up. Obviously they burned through awards in the pre-show. They peppered a couple. They did the major ones during the show, and then they did the tiny ones kind of in between. I will say, this is many years in a row I'll say this: get rid of the esports shit. Nobody cares. Get rid of the influencer awards. Nobody fucking cares. Those are popularity Nope. You can't tell me that the people who win are like making a difference in people's. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares. I agree with you.
There was one part that felt like it went on a little too long, and this is going to sound bad when I say it, but they had Felicia Day come out.
Okay.
And she did this thing about the Game Changer Award, like making a difference kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It was about like women in video games or girls in video games, like going to like a camp and like working on a game. So it just kind of kept going. Like it got to a point where it was I don't want to say 5 minutes is a long time, but it is in an award show where the awards themselves, they try to keep them quick and they try to keep everything else quick. And all that kind of stuff. It was just an
odd. If you think of like the Oscars when they start playing people off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They almost played some. So we'll get the elephant out of the way. Clair Obscur like fucking just dominated the whole show. It won 9 out of the 11 things it was nominated for. One of the things it lost, and this is horseshit, is like best audio design. It lost to Battlefield 6. Fuck off. Battlefield 6 doesn't deserve to be nominated for any goddamn award. I could hear the footsteps behind me. Nobody gives a shit.
I mean, I'm sure at some point they looked at this list. They're like, we cannot let this win every award it's nominated.
Why not? Who cares?
What are the casualties?
So anyway, at one point they won an award. I think it was for the music. And was it for the music? It could have been. Yes, it was, because they brought up Alice, the singer woman, and I think Lorian, the composer guy, and he went up there and he gave his little speech and he read a thing, and it was a couple minutes long, but it was a good speech and stuff. And then they played the playoff music, and then she pulled out a little sheet and she wanted to talk, and they were like, oh shit, they had to cut the cutoff music and let her talk too. So that was kind of funny, but I mean, overall they crushed it, and they should have
No,
I told you, I think the best thing about them crushing it is it just rubs it in every other fucking studio's face.
It does.
The biggest thing I mentioned to you today was, think about this. Clair Obscur won 9 fucking game awards, and Square didn't show a single fucking
Didn't
thing.
show anything at this show.
They did nothing.
That's crazy.
They won best tactics in a, like, one of those Jeff runs through the awards quick.
Yes.
Tactics won an award. That's it. They didn't show Remake 3. They didn't have anything else. They had nothing. And, like, at some point, this has to be embarrassing for you, right? You're the JRPG studio.
Yeah.
You're the king. You have, not only are you Final Fantasy, you're Dragon Quest. Where's Dragon Quest 12? I told you, it feels like that got announced in 1995 at this point.
It does feel
they
like
showed
a
point. Fucking title card for it, and that's it. Like Square, you pray that a company like Square learns from this.
You do.
And realizes that a couple people who liked video games, who were inspired by Final Fantasy games, who hired a composer off of fucking SoundCloud, just destroyed everybody. In every aspect of the thing. It's not just like it was the best gameplay. It wasn't just the best story. It was everything. Music, art design.
They kicked
like
ass.
It was all of it. And every time they were up for an award, it was like, they're going to win. And then they lost, like I said, they lost sound design. They lost one other one, which obviously didn't matter. So I think it's good. I think it's good that a game came in and just wrecked everybody else.
Yeah.
It basically just told you, like, fucking step your shit up. Because the other game, like, and not to say that the other games nominated for, like, Game of the Year don't deserve
or bad or anything.
Yeah, like Hades 2, sure. And Death Stranding 2, fine. Like, and I'm not saying that about these games. Although Donkey Kong Bonanza feels like the token Nintendo game that was thrown in.
It's like, well, it's either this or Mario Kart.
We got to pick
like Mario
one.
Kart as much, so well.
So it's nothing but a good thing that, like, you can see people online that are pissed, like, well, I guess I gotta know who's winning Game of the Year. Yeah, because it fucking earned it.
No, I agree with that. And like I've only played half the game, but even just playing half the game, like what that game does, what it accomplishes, given the team size, and everything that they accomplished in making that game, it's well deserved, and it needs to. It's the shakeup that the industry has needed for a couple years now.
Really needed, they needed one game to really come out guns blazing and just. Destroy everything else. You know,
always remember that game was not a full price game either.
$50. Yeah. And Square had nothing. Couldn't even tell you the title of the third part because they don't even know what it is anymore. You and I, we've talked about it before. Like, oh man, it really feels like it should be Reunion, and then you forget. Like, they named Crisis Core Reunion. They're not going to name this one Reunion too.
I don't know.
My thought now leads towards like Resurrection or something like that.
I can see that.
But yeah, it's like that seems, they just seem lost. Because after this, what's next?
I don't know. I don't know what's next for them after this third part of the remake trilogy. Like, do you make Final Fantasy 17?
It's not 17.
What is Final Fantasy 17? Yeah. Not after something like Clair Obscur exists.
Right.
So
do you try to find some money to buy Sandfall and then have them make Final Fantasy 17? Not a bad idea if I'm Square.
Not a bad idea. For sure. Yeah,
so that was probably, like, as a whole, the show was very good. I didn't come away from it the way I do from some of these summer game fests or the PlayStation Directs where I'm just like, I saw nothing. This I saw.
I think you and I can both agree because obviously I've seen most of the trailers. We can both agree that the one biggest issue when we get to the aspect of the trailers is that once again this year, and we'll get to it, ended on a bummer of a trailer.
They don't plan it out very well.
No, like that should always be that moment.
Or Jeff is very detached from what people actually care about.
Because there were good and I'd argue
very
big
good
announcements at this thing.
Some of the biggest they've had in a very long time.
Yeah, and instead to end it the way that they do.
All right, well, let's go through the show.
Get into the money side of things.
Let's go through the show and we'll talk about it.
How much do you want to even mention really these pre-show games?
The pre-show games are they're pre-show games. They're exactly what you think they are.
I think the only important thing that I would say from the pre-show is they did show a Pragmata trailer. It does have a demo that's out on Steam right now, and it has a release date of April 24th.
Excited to see more of what that is.
Yeah,
right.
I think that was probably the most important thing from the pre-show.
Yeah, I will say that like the Bradley the Badger game kind of was confusing in the beginning because
didn't know what it was.
You don't know what it is, and he's kind of going through like different game worlds and stuff. It looks like it could be fun to play. However, I will tell you that the title character, that Badger, he doesn't shut the fuck up. So how long am I going to be able to listen to him cracking jokes throughout the entire fucking game
before you're like, I'm done with this shit?
I got real big. Let's just say I got real big Bubsy vibes. And that's not good. Yeah, not good. The Stupid Never Dies game is basically Lollipop Chainsaw.
Is it from Suda?
No, but if I know you didn't watch it. When it's done, see that trailer. When it's done, I'm gonna force you to watch it. It's Lollipop Chainsaw with ska music instead of rock music. Punk music. Yeah.
Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So the show started proper with one of the bigger announcements that I would argue.
I will say the show started with a Clair Obscur performance, which was very good.
Okay.
And they should have just done that like 3 times throughout the show. Just kept dragging these people back up. But it started the Clair Obscur performance, very good. But then so it went into the.
So it started with the reveal of basically KOTOR 3, which is Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, but they have brought back Casey Hudson to kind of lead it.
Who made the first 2, right?
I mean, the trailer's fine. It's a cinematic trailer. It's cool that they're doing it, but it's another one of these, like, when does this game come out?
When's the KOTOR remake come out?
2030. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, also by doing this, it's been 20 years this year since the last KOTOR game, so we really need to get those remakes or remasters, whatever that is at this point, out the door before this, because it's been that long. It's a cool trailer, but again,
it's a very good like bombshell announcement.
It is
that like
I had no idea.
Part of it, I after it came out, I kind of was looking around. It had been kind of leaked like a day before,
a little bit.
Like
but
people were like, "Well, I think the next." It has the words Old Republic in it. Is all anybody can figure out.
I think a lot of people immediately thought that it was going to be something for that MMO.
Right.
And
but then it turns out it's KOTOR 3. Again, it's probably at the minimum, it's a PlayStation 6 game.
Yeah, it has to be.
Like it's like, because I think what Schreier today was like 2030.
Yeah, so, I saw that. It said maybe PS7, I think was the other comment.
But still, an incredible like way to like open the show and just be like, we're not fucking around with like some of the stuff we have.
Why don't you talk about the statue? That's the next thing.
All right. This is so weird. So we build up this thing about this fucking statue for like a week, and kudos to them because it drove people crazy trying to figure out what it was.
Yes, I saw some wild theories.
Is it a Final Fantasy thing? Is it Bloodborne 2? Because and everybody's trying to like pick out the pictures in it and what could they mean, and then all this stuff, and then it gets leaked a day ahead of time that it's Divinity. Okay, that's fine. That's still a good like thing to do, and like Jeff's got his award show's Twitter account tweeting at him, so he's basically tweeting himself clues about the statue, but he only does one, so it's like doesn't even make it fun. Remember when ARGs used to be good? I love bees, for anybody who knows. So they build up the statue, they bring it out there, like the statue's arrived outside the thing. Awesome. This seems like a cool buildup for something. And then they burn it 20 minutes into the show. What? That's your big thing. That should have
also argued this could have been a great way to end the show.
And also, they didn't even bring the statue inside the fucking building.
Yeah, I agree.
You couldn't have lowered it from the fucking screen or something. Now, to be fair, they did have like people in costume come out dressed up and walk down the aisle. One guy was hooked up some wires, he fucking flew away. All this stuff like to reveal this, and then they cut to the Divinity trailer, which is an incredible trailer. Like I don't like, obviously, like if people don't know, it's a Larian Studios game, so obviously it's Baldur's Gate 3. It's supposed to be bigger than that, which is holy shit.
It's going to probably be a while before this game's out as well.
Mm-hmm. I would say probably 28, 29.
Yeah.
But great trailer, although we were talking about it before we started, like it's oddly gory in a way that is strange to show it at an award show that's also being broadcast to millions of people online. Like kids are watching this. So it gets really gross at certain points. But then it's just called, and I do like that it's just called Divinity. Like it's basically like we're restarting. It's been long enough, and it can just be called Divinity.
Original Sin 2 is like 2018 or something like that. So
it can just be called Divinity. It's fine. It looks cool as hell, but again, it's a Larian game. It's probably 4 years away. But like to use this so early on was weird. You've been building this for weeks.
Potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This should have been
2 weeks.
This should have been the prime award.
It should have been. The next thing they had up was the For Loop, which is the game that's from the Left 4 Dead creator, Mike Booth.
Something's missing out of this because
you think so?
Yeah, because they showed a John Carpenter game.
Was that not on here at all?
No, it's not in here. Called like Toxic Commando or something. Which
I believe I saw something about that. Yeah,
which is basically Left 4 Dead, but in kind of a. You should watch that trailer if you haven't watched it because like it did look good.
Okay.
And like watching it's like I'll play another Left 4 Dead game. I like him, but it was strange to see that, and then this because this is literally just fucking Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead, yeah.
Because it's made by the guy who made Left 4 Dead. So now we've got 2 of those coming. This one is more so like you go out there. It seems like more like roguelite where you die and then you're reborn and you have to do it again. So again, fine, but I worry that like they were like it's time to bring these games back, and then now we're just bringing them all back at the same time because people don't learn.
They don't.
No.
Coven of the Chicken Foot.
I
did not watch this trailer.
No, like the art style and stuff is interesting. Well, my buddy and I were text each other as we were watching the show. Yeah, it's basically Last Guardian because to the point where I was just calling it Last Grandma because like it's her running around with this dude and he's helping you jump across things and solve puzzles and stuff, and like that's a terrible name. But the Coven of the Chicken Foot is not a great name.
No, not at all.
No, too complicated.
Frictional Games, makers of the Amnesia series and Soma, have a new game called Ontos. It's a spiritual successor to Soma, so it's like a dark sci-fi.
Another really fucking gross like trailer.
Is that the buzzword of this year? Gross
kind of like they show a dude with like his head cut in half. It's weird.
All right, now we're talking. Now we're at one of the bigger reveals. We can finally say that Leon S. Kennedy is in Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I will say, as somebody who is very publicly stated, Leon is not my favorite character from the franchise. I love everything about what they showed.
I like that his story seems to be more action based.
You know, it reminds me of what they were trying to do with Resident Evil 6. Yeah. But I think they've learned their lesson. I do think unless it is paced well, which I hope it is, it could give people whiplash because one part of it is very much like you are not going to be engaging. You're trying to hide and stuff, kind of like a Haunting Ground or Clock Tower. And then they show his stuff. And he's literally just roundhouse kicking zombies. And he's got his chainsaw and everything back. He's supposed to be 51.
Chainsaw, cut a guy's head off.
So he is 51 in this game. I mean, I'm hoping that there are other classic Resident Evil characters that make cameos in this game, but I will say, like I said, as someone who's not a huge Leon fan, this actually really excited me for this game. I also really appreciate that for this game, it seems like they've really learned that it can be both first and third person. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Yeah. And I don't know how first person is going to work for Leon with action, so... but I'm excited for that. And I hope they bring back Mercs mode because now that it's third person, that's what I would like. So, but fantastic trailer for this game. It makes me more excited for it. I still don't know who this other guy is. I think they said his name was like Victor Gideon or something like that. The villain they're kind of showing in this trailer. So, because when they kept showing him, I kept saying like, is this just Wesker? Like a really like fucked up new version of him or something?
Wesker has been melted in a volcano.
So, but it's made me more excited for that game. Still out the end of February, so I'm very excited for that. Braid developer Jonathan Blow has announced his new game. I actually did not watch.
You should watch this one. It looks fucking crazy.
What you were telling me.
Yeah.
Order of the Sinking Star.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to play another puzzle game made by the game played Witness? Yes, I will play it. It looks crazy and in the best way possible.
Did it have any? Does it say here if it had any kind of release date? Probably not.
I don't think so. But the puzzles they were showing were like, this picture you're looking at. This is like the overworld. And,
oh my God.
And it's really like mirror puzzles and light puzzles and all this other stuff that was just like
has over 1,000 unique puzzles across four different worlds.
They were showing like how he like moves through it. The guy's just whipping through it. And you're like, okay,
so I think I read he has worked on it for 10 years.
That sounds right.
Damn, that's wild.
So, and I feel like it's one of those things where it literally will be like, hey, it's out tomorrow when it is ready. Because that's kind of how those other games were for sure. I'm curious what you think about the next game, which is Exodus. Which has Matthew McConaughey's voices. I kind of remember, wasn't it like 2 or 3 years ago when they brought him out?
Yes.
And they originally announced this game. We haven't seen anything for a while.
They announced that Wizards was going to be making stuff.
Yeah.
Because these two games are both Wizards of the Coast games.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
Okay. So here I will tell you, and you see if we're on point on this. Okay. It seems like a cross for me between Mass Effect and Dark Sector.
Yeah, okay.
Is the vibe I got.
I literally texted my friend like, wow, this new Mass Effect game looks real good. Because
it doesn't look bad.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, I don't know if I'm allowed to trust Wizards of the Coast video games yet. Right?
I don't either.
There's two of them coming. I don't know if I'm allowed to like believe in this. But it looked good. It looked like it could be cool.
I mean, it looks really clean.
Yeah, and it does. It visually, it looks very good. But also, like the gameplay and stuff looks great. Like, you still don't really know what it is.
Well, I think they said this was an early 2027 release.
Yeah, this is the part of the show where we started getting into like, we're getting dates, but they're 27 dates. Like, fuck, dude.
Which seems crazy, but then you realize we are at that point.
That's when that stuff starts to come up.
They back to back this with the other Wizard of the Coast game that they're working on, which is Dungeons and Dragons Warlock. This was literally just a CG trailer.
I got a real Immortal
with the tools on, so I got a real
Immortal vibe off it. You remember that game?
Yeah, I did too. I got
a real thick vibe. But again, I don't ripping off of it.
I need to see what the game actually is, and this didn't show you. Really.
No,
this is just a CG trailer.
That one's even farther away.
You won me with the 46 and 2 though, so
yeah, it's
got my attention to get a tools on in the trailer.
So like you
paid money.
I need to see what these games are. I think like my interest is there, but Well, hang on. I don't think they put it in here, so we'll drop this part in between before we get into the next good stuff. They had the cast of Street Fighter come out.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
which was crazy because almost all of them were there.
Who was missing?
Honda was not there,
50 Cent.
And 50 Cent was not there. Somebody else wasn't there either. But like the fact that they got like 12 people out there, including Roman Reigns.
So both Cody and Roman Reigns are there?
Roman Reigns is there. Cody Rhodes is there.
Cody Rhodes is big in video games.
Jason Momoa was there.
Sense.
Like they were all there.
That's good.
It was pretty good. My favorite thing about it, and I think this will make you laugh too. They announced them kind of like one by one, like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li. Everybody's getting big cheers.
Yeah.
And then that Andrew Schultz comedian guy who's playing Dan comes out, the cheers stop. They just stop. And then whoever came out next, cheers back. Jason Momoa, big thing. I'm not going to pretend to pronounce the guy's last name, but the guy who plays Bison, who I think is going to be fucking great as Bison.
Rules. I can't pronounce his name either, but
I forget
David Deschmal or something like that. Yeah. That dude fucking rules.
Yeah, so, I love that guy.
What a choice!
Him as Bison is going to be so good.
Yeah.
But like
that movie looks fucking great.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that movie, and I'm just going to say it right now. That movie's going to suck. Like it's going to suck. It knows
that it's a video game,
but it knows it's going to suck.
Yeah.
So if it leans into it and goes the other way and just says fuck it, and has Guile flip kick a dude
seems
through
like
a
it's
while,
what it's doing,
right?
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like it's trying to do, is to be over the top. Then it has a chance.
And I'm not even the biggest Street Fighter person.
I love Street Fighter, but like,
I was
it's
pumped for the trailer when they showed it. Yeah, I was like, I get what they're going for, but at the same time, it seems great.
Well, and the thing too is,
reason.
like, if you go back to the original one, which I love for how bad it is and how campy and shitty it is, there's not a lot of fighting in it. If this one just says screw it, and it has a ton of fighting in it, then we're all good. And then I did like the fact that they poked fun at the Mortal Kombat. The one good thing Andrew Schultz did was he said, like, oh, they're all here too, and then everybody starts cheering and goes, nah, they're not fucking here. he's like they don't care about you, we care about you. So that part was pretty funny because they're, but I think that's good for them to start a rivalry with these like two movies.
It is for sure.
Yeah.
Because Mortal Kombat, that movie got delayed to May? So we're gonna have both of those next year.
Well, Street Fighter's October now.
Street Fighter's October, but that's fine.
Which seems very far away for. I guess they just finished shooting. So
I believe that's the case because it wasn't like a trailer. It was just
it was
shots
a couple
of the
fight scenes and stuff. But like they looked good. Like the part where like Ryu flips that dude and Ken kicks him into the wall.
Yeah, it looked good.
I'm excited.
The fighting looked good.
It looks good.
I am excited.
And like Roman and like. I laugh because people are like, I can't believe they're casting like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. It's like,
that's
fine. Why don't they get actors?
I love Cody Rhodes.
Wrestlers are actors, dude. Like they do it every day,
every fucking day.
And I appreciate like they literally are leaning in hard enough. Like Guile has his fucking hair.
He has the hair.
And
Roman looks great as Akuma.
He looks great as Akuma.
Like I don't that's to me that would be one of the harder people to cast, and they nailed it.
The only one I'm not sure how I feel about him is 50 Cent as Balrog. Because his face throws me off.
Little odd, yeah.
It's okay because like you need to find an older guy.
I'm also used to 50 Cent with facial hair.
Yeah.
He's having it, so it's weird.
My guess is he's not a big part of the movie anyway.
I don't think so.
If the movie's smart, the biggest part of the movie is Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li versus Bison and Akuma. Like that's what the movie should be. So. But yeah, I just want to put that in here because it's not a game announcement, but
it's not a game announcement.
It was cool to see.
They had it there. Yeah. It is for sure. Let's talk about the other for me banger announcement of here. I don't know. I would say for me it's tied between this and the Resident Evil trailer, but this might actually be a little higher. Control 2 has officially been announced for next year, called Control Resonant. It is not what I expected it to be, but also I kind of wanted to go in with zero expectations after Alan Wake 2, which you need to play Alan Wake 2.
I do.
At this point, you need to because they are leaning into this hard.
I was telling my friend, I think this, before we get into it, I feel like this is setting up like a thing where it eventually all comes together in one thing.
I think
it really feels like we're doing that now.
It feels like that. So I think the biggest surprise here is that you were not playing as the original protagonist, Jessie Faden. You were going to play as her brother.
At least for part of it.
I mean, again,
I feel like this is a game where they could easily have you swap.
Do a split.
Yeah.
Okay. It looked fucking like I knew going in it was going to be probably batshit insane, but it is batshit insane of a trailer. Like it all in all the best ways possible.
Yeah. I love the idea of
really pulling like elements of Inception in some of the world design, but in a great way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love the idea of the fact that like basically everything escaped the oldest house.
Yes.
And she went out to stop it, and then the house basically woke you up to go find her. So I feel like they can easily pull off a thing where you're swapping between them. But like,
insane.
Hell yeah, man. Like,
I'm so ready for it. I'm glad it's a 2026 game. I hope it keeps next year, but I feel like they've been working on it for a while because they probably were concurrently working on this and Alan Wake 2. So
and remember they were also doing that multiplayer thing for a while.
Yes.
So I'm sure that when they finally decided to get rid of that, they just rolled everybody into this and were like, this is what we're doing.
Gain of Dragon, which is the Yakuza developers' new big project that's outside of Sega.
It's just a Yakuza game, dude.
It just looks like a Yakuza game.
It's a Yakuza game, which is fine. I don't care. They got that one guy. Like I don't remember his name, but like he's very recognizable. And,
I know who you mean.
Yeah, and they showed off some fighting and stuff, and it looks good. You're just gonna play as this dude. It looks like he's a dude who's like trying to get out of it. And you should watch the trailer. It's good.
It looks really good.
Yeah. Where he's just a hard man, and he's gonna take all these fuckers down, and that's all I
want. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has a release date of May 29th. Fantastic trailer for that game. I'm hoping that this is not just because I'm a huge Batman fan, obviously, but I'm hoping this is the shakeup for the Lego format that it's needed for a while. It seems like it might be.
Could be.
Because it seems like there's a lot more to this game than just your
every
standard
so often
typical
they've had to do that. Because remember, Lego Batman 3 did that.
This seems much bigger of a game than just it's another Lego game.
Right.
So
Star Wars, the last Star Wars game kind of did that, where it really like blew it open, and like you would go to different planets and like run around and all that kind of stuff. But this seems more of a way to, I guess, fix that formula even more. Like I'm interested to see what it is. It's one of those things where eventually it'll be $20, and that's when I buy it. And play it.
For sure. Yeah. No. I think it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I am very
I hope that it does well enough that we get back into. I would love a new Marvel one that just is like.
It's been long enough that you could do.
Yeah, because the last one was like Marvel. Superheroes 2, and it was long ago, and it didn't fit that format very well. I would like to see one like this.
I would say the next big announcements, because it's a duo here.
It's weird.
Pleasantly surprised me though.
I like it.
I don't know how you feel about it. Okay. So we're getting not one but two new Tomb Raider games. One of them is a remake of the original game, which they have done this before.
Finally, we've remade Tomb Raider 1, everybody.
Titled Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. But I'll say, like, yes, they remade it in 2006 for the 10th anniversary. Not a bad remake.
No.
I thought that this looked great, though.
It does look good.
It does look clean.
We're also getting a brand new Tomb Raider game, Tomb Raider Catalyst, which they showed a trailer for. So these will be released next year. Is Legacy of Atlantis, which is the remake of the original, and 2027 is Catalyst. It is a new actress playing Lara Croft, but she looks fine.
But here's the thing, though. This is what's weird to me about it. So we're getting two new ones a year apart, which is strange enough as it is. It's not the same girl in both of them.
Is it not?
It doesn't look like it to me. Maybe I'm
pretty sure I saw that it was the same actress. For
okay,
both.
Maybe it is, but maybe when I saw it, because it really kind of threw me where I was like, if we're really doing this, it really should be
the actress that was the female character in Assassin's Creed Origin. That's what I read today.
Oh, okay.
So. But I believe she was doing it for both games.
Okay,
so.
Maybe I'm just wrong, because when I watched the trailers live, it didn't look like it.
Yeah, both of them look good. Like I'm happy to finally see a new Tomb Raider game.
Okay, it is the same girl. Okay.
I'm happy to see that we're making a new Tomb Raider. It's been too long. Honestly, like you think back, it was 2018.
Well, it's also been in hell since then. Remember, like
it has.
Hey, good thing they closed Perfect Dark, because all those people could go back to Crystal Dynamics.
Dynamics, right? But I was pleasantly surprised, because I was a little on edge with it. Like, I'm not necessarily a fan of the direction of what we're going to do with this TV show and stuff for the live action. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Sophie Turner. And so I was kind of like, well, Amazon now owns the rights of Tomb Raider, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with the games, but it seems like for now it's going in the right direction on the game front.
I was also kind of worried, but not like in a bad way, that it was just going to be another like Temple of Osiris game, which isn't a bad, which aren't bad games. But I was worried for a minute that was going to be like, well, we are making a new one. It's going to take a long time, but we're just going to put out another one of these. Be like, okay, fine, but okay, yeah. So I'm all right. So it's the same woman, so that's good. I thought when I watched it, I was like, she looks different, and I'm confused.
It looks a little bit different between the two, because I think the Catalyst one, obviously, she's made to look older than she is, and
maybe that's what it was.
That's probably what it is.
Okay.
They announced The Forest 3.
Weird. Did you watch the trailer?
I've seen it.
There's no way you could guess what that was.
It's crazy. It's like in a foggy, smoggy, like forest area that has these like hydras. Like it's it looks wild, and like it's one of those I want to guess, and it almost seems like it's too soon because like Sons of the Forest wasn't that long ago.
No.
But whatever, I'm down for it.
I just laughed because like they were showing it, I'm like, man, what is going on? And then it just goes Forest 3, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, sure,
whatever. I mean, they've sold well. They announced a new character for that Invincible Versus game. Is this game going to do well?
No, who cares? This character is made up for this game.
Oh, that's bad.
That's crazy.
I didn't watch the trailer for this, so because my level, I've seen the first 2 seasons of that.
That's fine. I mean,
it's a fine show.
You've seen more than I have, but like, we're at a point now where this game doesn't have enough characters in it that we have to invent characters for the game. Remember when Marvel Nemesis invented characters for that game? How well that worked out. Didn't.
I did not watch the trailer for this next game called Orbitals. I don't know if
it's basically
was that the indie.
No, so it's like anime style split fiction.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it looks like when they showed it, and fine. There's nothing wrong.
It looks cool.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But like, that's what the game is.
The next Diablo 4 expansion has been announced, Lord of Hatred, with a cinematic trailer.
That looked pretty cool.
And
that was a cool trailer.
The Paladin class, which is available now if you pre-order. So if you do a digital pre-order, you can get the Paladin class right now. It's just a cinematic trailer, but I'm glad to see the Paladin back because that's one of my favorite.
I'm glad to see that they still are. Not that they wouldn't be supporting it, but like they're actually still giving a shit about it.
Yes,
Diablo 4, especially after having done one expansion, is the kind of game where they could just let it coast and just do whatever they want.
They could,
but like, because 3 only ever got one expansion, right?
Yes, it was.
I got that.
That's when they gave you and
they re-released it.
Yeah.
So
I played a lot of that expansion.
Yeah, but it's good that they're doing this, and like maybe now we just hold off until that comes out, and that's when we finally go back.
I think so, because the other thing, and you'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure if you buy just the base version of that expansion, it gives you the first expansion as well now.
Oh, I would assume so, actually,
because it says that in there.
And it comes out. I don't
think you have to buy.
It comes out in.
It's in April.
Yeah, so like we can.
I bought the other one, but like it's whatever to me. But I do want to play as the Paladin.
Standard comes with the game's first expansion with the and the deluxe gives the mounts and shit that I could care less about. That. But yeah, so having not,
I want to play as the Paladin.
Having not,
they have not announced there will be another class when the game comes out. They have not announced that yet.
Nice.
Which is cool. So yeah, that's what we'll wait for.
Deadpool is in Marvel Rivals.
Shocker to the century.
Shocker. I am interested to know your opinion on the reveal of the James Bond.
I need to tell you something weird that happened before this happened.
Okay.
So
this leaked ahead of time, to be fair.
It did, but I did not know that, and my friend did not know that.
Okay.
In the beginning, when they were doing the Clair Obscur song. It was the woman, the composer guy, and they had another guy singing who looked kind of like Lenny Kravitz. So my friend kind of said, "Wow, weird," because he always just how he is. He'll just text me like, "Oh, this person looks like this person." So he goes, "Wow, Lenny Kravitz is here," and so we kind of joked about that. And then this fucking thing played, and I went, "How did you? Why?" I said, "Why did you do this to me?
How did you know this?"
Yeah.
That's great.
Do I care? I don't know. Like, I guess.
I'll say this, and it's like a 30-second little clip. I hope it's better than what I saw for his performance, because it seemed very phoned in.
Also, the way I read it, it does seem like he's one of the villains.
One of the villains,
which I'm hoping he's like
the villain.
I'm hoping he's like the first one he has to run into. Because every Bond movie kind of follows that plot line of like, there's a guy he has to deal with first before he goes to the next guy.
Yeah,
hoping that's what this is.
I agree, because like it just seemed like a really
weird casting.
Performance.
Like, you couldn't find anybody else. You found Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, man, Lenny Kravitz.
The last time I remember Lenny Kravitz being relevant was 25 years ago.
I was gonna say Austin
American
Powers
Woman
2.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a little strange. It's not like it's going to prevent me from playing this game day one.
Absolutely not. The game looks awesome.
Did you see the thing going around where there's a way to play the game without killing anyone?
Yes, and I guarantee that's gonna be a trophy, and it's gonna suck.
Please do it. I'm gonna do it.
That's wild.
No, but I'm still into that game. It doesn't deter me from playing it, but it just seemed like he just.
We couldn't find anyone out. There's no one else.
Especially when you have in the same trailer the guy that's playing Bond, who is not phoning in the performance. Right. It just seemed like very
and like they had Gemma Chan come out and talk about it, and she's not phoning it. Like it's just an odd. I don't know.
Agreed.
No one else.
Lords of the Fallen 2 has been announced. Not really surprising. I think that was one of the games that was leaked ahead of time.
Yeah, it got leaked a long time ago.
Another like I didn't watch that Divinity trailer, but this was another one of those kind of gross at times trailers. I'll give you.
Yeah,
lady stepping in some weird blood and shit. Like I don't know. We got a more cinematic-ish trailer for Saros.
The story, aren't you? I am enthralled about the story.
Fuck about the story of this game. I am interested in playing this game when it is on sale, like 6 months later. I'm not going to get it day one.
As someone who didn't play Returnal,
Returnal
and has seen videos of Returnal.
It's just Returnal.
Is this game just not Returnal? I don't understand.
It's Returnal again, but they're on a sun planet.
Right.
Like it's literally the same fucking game.
I'm not crazy.
No, I agree with you. You're not crazy.
I don't
think it looks bad.
They talk about like how Housemarque is like redefining fucking game. Like they're changing everything. This looks like the same game you made 5 years ago.
No, and I said that again when they originally announced it because remember that was their last one big thing that they think. I was like. So you made Returnal 2, guys. Congratulations.
Like, and it's okay.
That's fine.
But don't
like
pretend
Returnal.
that it's not.
I mean, unless I play it and it is really a step up from that, it doesn't seem like it. It just seems like Returnal on a sun desert planet.
Right.
So, I'm, again, not against it, but it's not a day one thing.
But don't pretend it's not what you're making.
Yeah.
Like,
agreed.
Don't hide it. You can say it is. We've taken that game, we've blown it up.
I did not see this trailer for No Law, which is the new game from the people that made the Ascent.
It's
a cyberpunk.
It looks kind of cool. Like that's the kind of game where I feel like I'd have to see more of it. And and based on the quality of it and like just like the developer and stuff, that might be a PlayStation Plus game at some point. So let's do that. But it looks interesting. It looks kind of cool.
I guess I'll mention it's not really a game announcement, but Hitman is getting a new elusive target, which is Mila Jovovich.
It was weird because she came out and did an award, and she had this really fucking bizarre energy about her. It really felt like she was like on something. Did you watch it, Matt?
I did.
It was just like strange energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Total War Warhammer 40K had a new trailer here.
That looks like a great game I'll never play.
I agree. Like as someone who's getting into the Warhammer games, I look at this one and go, this looks great. I don't have the time.
If I'm at this point, why am I not just playing the fucking board game?
that's what I said.
If I'm at this point, I'm going to paint little dudes,
Yeah.
That's what I said. Ace Combat 8 has been announced.
It's a weird like when they started showing it, I was like, what is this? And then Bandai Namco came up on the screen and went, holy shit, Ace Combat 8? Wow. Yeah.
I think 7 was pre-pandemic, right? Like 2019.
7
it's been a while. It's been a little while.
A while ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up because it's driving me.
It's been a while.
6 was definitely a PS3 game.
Yeah.
Yes. 7 was a little more recent.
Like 2019, beginning of 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. These games are always good. Like they're always good.
I have 7 and I never played it.
Yeah.
I should. Another one that was kind of a bizarre announcement. Star Wars Galactic Racer, which just seems like a new pod racer.
Did you watch this trailer?
I didn't watch this
trailer, the funny part, you should, because it's funny because as it starts, like it's not readily apparent that it is a Star Wars game. Okay. It's kind of
smart
like,
choice.
They're talking about like something and I missed the engines and all this kind of stuff. And as it starts going, you start getting like F-Zero Quantum Redshift. You remember that game? Wipeout vibes, and then after like quickly I was like, is this just fucking pod racing? And then it started, and then it keeps going. I'm like, it's just pod racing. Which you know what? Racing. Like I feel like there's a market for that to come back.
There is.
Yeah.
There is now.
Mm-hmm.
That would also be a great game to be $50.
It would be a wise decision. Phantom Blade Zero has a release date now of September 9th next year, which seems so far away. But I get it.
They kind of like actually fucking
they planted their flag in the sand. They showed more gameplay of the game. And then I would argue, you could make the argument that this would have been another great way to end the show instead of what they did do.
You could, but I don't think there's enough.
I don't think it would have been as impactful as if you made that Divinity, burn the statue at the end or anything like that. Yeah,
I'm telling you, the statue should have fucking cracked open, and Jeff should have crawled out of it on all fours.
It should have cracked open. It should have been that lead dude from Larian that came out. It was like, here's our new game. That's what it should have been.
Fucking rad. We're gonna host our own Game Awards to do it right.
Mega Man is coming back.
Let's do it.
In 2027. I was saddened when the logo came up at the end and it said coming in 2027 for PS5 and PS4.
Also, I really wish it would have said 2020X.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you could have, because you like get away with that. Yeah, or like an X and then it cuts to 7 or something.
Agree with that.
Because like that's the whole point of like when you play Mega Man 2, it says that.
But so technically it'll be Mega Man 12, and it's been since 2018, I think was
a long time.
11. So it's been a while. Looks again, not much is shown here. A little bit, but it's another 2D. And
it's Mega Man again. It looks fun.
Mega Man.
I'm hoping this is another game that I feel like you could charge $50 for.
I will tell you right now from what was shown, and I know it's early, but I wouldn't make this a full price game.
No, you shouldn't. But
because
I won't pay that for it.
No, God no.
And if you make a physical copy, I would pay upwards of $50. If it's digital only, I will pay you upwards of $25.
30. Okay, yeah. 25, 30.
There you go.
Because remember, 9 and 10 were arcade games.
Those were Wii.
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And Wii games.
We're on the fucking Wii shop, my guy.
You're right. And
along
then
with the Final Fantasy IV sequel. That was originally a Wii shop game.
Let's get to the end here. The final announcement of this thing. What a
fucking bummer. All right, first, and before we get into this, Orchestra guy was back again. He fucking jammed out on some fucking PVC tubing. It's fucking great.
I saw that. I saw a lot of memes.
Then they know. And the best part is, my favorite thing is that they know, because there's one guy whose job is to just have a camera on that guy at all times. And it was good. But
the final announcement is the new game from the makers of Apex Legends and Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
It is a free to play it's Apex Legends.
They call it a first person shooter. Let's not do that, please. It's not what it is.
It's called High Guard.
Hey, what's High Guard? So I was telling you about this earlier. High is kind of like when you're like over something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're guarding something, you could be watching it.
Exactly.
Right.
Just a weird thing that I noticed about the word High Guard.
Boy, I just like it. So it launches January 26th. So we're not that far away from it.
7 weeks, and it's
That's
free.
insane.
Who
it's
cares?
a free to play game. I guess were you just throwing the towel in on Apex at this point and just
I would imagine no, because this is going to fail.
Like, you think this will fail?
I think this will fail. The free to play market is so fucking packed.
Crazy
with these games, and we're gonna do another one after you just watched the most hyped one of these ones ever fucking fail.
And I told you, like,
and
before
Marvel
we started recording,
Deadpool in January. What are the kids playing? Marvel Rivals with Deadpool or High Guard?
High Guard. And I told you this before we started recording, but like, again, what you could have done here, and it would have got people excited for 7 weeks from now. Just make this a free to play Titanfall game.
Could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Could have easily just done that.
You could have made this the first announcement of the show. I had the Star Wars
a lot
thing
more sense.
Be the last one.
I agree with I think that was a big enough announcement, and
I think this being the big announcement of the show is what's going to hurt it a lot.
Yeah,
I agree, because
we're building to this. We're building to this. And then this is it.
Well, and again, it goes back to, I read that some of the companies paid upwards of, what was it, like
$3 million.
Clearly, $3 million was paid for this trailer.
I'm guessing maybe more.
Maybe more, because it was the last one. And I think that's what it came down to. And I think that's what it's come down to the last couple of years is how much money are you willing to pay for what slot you get?
Yeah.
So, and clearly here, it was for this.
Well, like the opening slot has to be expensive and the last slot has to be expensive.
It has to.
But
like obviously EA or I don't think EA is not even the people that own Star Wars anymore.
Star
Who would
Wars?
the publisher be for that game?
Disney. Is Lucasfilm? It's Lucas Arts, isn't it? Lucas
but okay.
It's got to be Disney.
Disney gets a cut, but
Disney,
I think at some
Disney
point
makes someone else do it. Is what it is.
Okay.
But
it was EA for a long time after the Disney deal, though. So
was it?
Yeah.
What's the last Star Wars game?
Think about Star Wars Battlefront 2 came out in 2017.
Oh, that's right. Is
they
that the
inked
last
that
Star
deal in
Wars
2012. Big one like that, yeah.
Weird.
There hasn't been anything like major. There was Star Wars Outlaws. That was an EA game, so it's got to be EA.
No, Star Wars Outlaws is a Ubisoft game.
Oh, Ubisoft, you're right.
Yeah.
So maybe it is somebody else now.
Lucasfilm Games is making it, and I think they're owned by Disney. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on.
I was just looking at that now.
I need to know.
Yeah. Lucasfilms was wholly acquired by Walt Disney in December 2012. So
yeah, that's what it was. But then Disney licensed Star Wars to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Marvel stuff. Mm-hmm. They don't make that stuff. They let other people do it. Because obviously they're not making Marvel Rivals. Some company in China does that.
Yeah.
So Disney, I think for a while Disney tried to do it and then realized, why the fuck are we doing this?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because remember they closed a whole bunch of studios.
Mm-hmm.
They did. That covers the Game Awards announcements. Like I said, overall, not a bad year for announcements. Just a bummer way to end it.
I told you before, like I missed and one more thing at the end, because I feel like the last time we really got that was because even Intergalactic, which didn't make another appearance this year. Even Intergalactic, that's before it ended, but that was before it ended. That wasn't one more thing. I think the last one was wasn't it Rebirth? Or no, they tricked you. It was something else. I don't even know.
I think I
missed the idea. Oh, and here's one more thing, and they could have shown fucking anything, dude.
But also think about it this way: Microsoft was not present.
No, they weren't.
Sony really.
Microsoft had a Game Pass ad that ran for like 2 fucking minutes.
Okay.
And then at the end of it showed a little Gears of War flag coming 2026.
They didn't give you like a fall or spring or anything.
It just said 2026 under a banner. What world are we living in where Microsoft's contribution to a game show is, hey guys, we have Game Pass?
Yeah, well, and then Sony was kind of absent as well for anything big like first party.
I gotta look at what I texted my friend when that happened, because it was like.
Well, also important to note that during the show, they came out and announced that they're going to have a developer direct in January to talk about Fable, which, as I was joking with you before the show, does that when they're going to announce that Fable's been delayed until 2027?
2028.
Oh, you forget.
We need a little more time, guys.
Phasmophobia for Switch 2. That's going to run like shit.
It's going to run
your
terrible.
boy David Harbour came out at one point, and I think they forgot that people don't like him anymore. There were a couple that are just like kind of weird.
But you have to imagine that like the David Harbour thing was probably planned for months in advance, because they were like, well, Stranger Things, is coming out.
Who else is there? Oh, people
like this guy. And then it's like, well, not really. Anymore.
Werner Herzog came out and talked about Warframe for a little bit, or they had like they didn't come out. He was on.
Do you think that guy even knows what Warframe is?
I told my buddy when he was talking, it's like, it sounds like he's just making this shit up as he goes.
Yeah.
Because they were like, hey, this guy's got an awesome voice. Just let him talk.
Yeah.
God, what the fuck did I say about it? Because
the Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
A joy every single
No Man's
year.
Sky somehow won like best ongoing game. I get it, and I like the game. It's been like 13 years, dude. Let it go. Like, what did they do this year that made it any better than like Final Fantasy 14 putting out another expansion? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
How did No Man's Sky one up all these other things?
That's crazy.
No, that's a good one. So, the rest of the news stuff that we have isn't nearly as big. That was the most big and most like pressing thing that has happened in the last bit of time since we've been off, and obviously it's fresh. So we can get into the other things that we have here. Which the next one, I think, Dan, you'll be more excited to speak on here, but the whole GameStop value with the 30K trade card.
All right. This whole story is like blown out of proportion in a weird way as to what actually happened.
Okay.
Because like I don't collect Pokemon cards or sports cards because the whole thing's a shit show, but I kind of follow it just to kind of see what's going on.
Sure.
So they did this thing where they let you basically rip digital cards, right? But the packs were like $2,500 digitally as like a representation of a card you would get, right?
You would get.
You're like, okay, you bought it online, you ripped it, we'll send you that card. So
Makes
some guy
sense.
pulled whatever the best card was, Gem Mint 10, Charizard, whatever the fuck it was. I don't care. And it came out and it said $30,000, whatever. You can immediately sell it back to GameStop when you get it, which is a smart thing to do because obviously you're gambling for these cards anyway, and nobody wants to keep the $30,000 card that they just spent $2,500 on. They want to sell it. That's not what they're buying these for. They're gambling to flip them. But then it got blown out of proportion where it got reported that this guy took a card and he went into a GameStop and he traded it in there and they gave him the money. No, he didn't. He didn't leave his fucking chair. Like GameStop trade-in value. See, we give trade-in for stuff. You gave trade-in for a card that you set up to be sold for that amount. You planned the whole thing.
Oh, it was easily
that would be like
planned.
if I had 10 boxes and one box had $1 in it and one box had $10,000 in it, and I told you, Kyle, each of these boxes is $2,500. I know what's in the boxes. Therefore, I know the value of what's in the boxes. So if I give you one, I immediately know how much it's worth. That's what they did. They sold just as many cards that were under $2,500 as there were to make the money on the other side. So now that they bought that card from him, they can then sell that card for more money. They bought a card they sold to him so they could sell it again. The whole thing it's a rigged game. But the reporting was like, I knew it was fake the minute I read it. Said he went into a Grapevine, Texas store. What are the odds this guy would get a $30,000 card in the corporate headquarters? Zero. He didn't leave his house. And then I found, then I even saw the guy who pulled it. I saw his Reddit post. And he's like, I didn't do shit. Like I opened it digitally and sold it digitally in the span of 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
But see, we give trade values for stuff. You give trade values for stuff that you put into the market. You did this.
Yeah,
you can't hype I gave Kyle a box with $10,000 in it. And then I gave him $12,000 for it. Like, it's just like, it's dumb. I gave him the thing.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Christ. Like, this is just another one of these PA stunts. They try to, they manufacture for themselves.
No, they clearly do.
But there are so many people who read that article and go, I can't believe that that guy just traded a $30,000 card. Yeah, a card he bought from them a minute earlier for $2,500 in a gambling setup. Like, there's no way. Crazy. The thing's, I'm not saying it's rigged that guy got the card, but the system is rigged. They wouldn't do it if it wouldn't make them money in the first place. But then once they have that set up, then they can use it to make more money. Oops. Like, fuck. I read just to go off on another GameStop tangent today. Two more quick, just because I'm on the Reddit all the time because I'm sick in the fucking head. And one of them today was, my store got all these FedEx boxes, just like empty boxes and bubble mailers. What does that mean? It means you're fucking closed, dude. Like,
no, that's what that means.
That's what that means. Like, you shouldn't have even. You shouldn't have had to ask anyone what that meant. When they start sending you shipping supplies after they apparently just told this guy to ship out all of his clearance stuff. Come on, man. Writing's been on the wall. And the thing is like, the writing's been on the wall for longer than that. You chose to ignore it. But from what I'm hearing,
you would think at that point though, like that he would have been told.
No.
No, they don't
Not
do
anymore.
that anymore.
They don't do that anymore because now what I've heard is coming is multiple, like 600 plus are getting closed.
Oh, damn.
And again, if you're
what's the overall number now?
It's down. Matt can Google it.
Check in now.
Okay.
But if you're an SL2, one of your stores is gone. So pick one.
You're no longer an SL2.
And I can tell you for a fact that the one that I thought was closing around here all but confirmed.
Really?
They're getting some shipping supplies.
Okay.
So that's one. What was the other tangent I wanted to go off on? Oh, it was on the Reddit. I forget now. If I think of it later, I'll bring it back. But that was one of them.
So as of right, so they don't have anything updated too much. I think as of October 31st of 2024, it was 2,000 stores.
Okay, so it's like a third.
But in January of 2025, 401 closed.
Yeah, so it's like a third more.
Jeez.
God, what was the other fucking thing? I'm looking at the Reddit right now because it's driving me nuts. Oh, did you see the thing where they're bragging about how they hired the actress who used to be in the Best Buy commercials to be in their commercials?
No.
We stole the e-girl from the Best Buy ads. You mean you hired an actress to say some words on a television screen? Is that what you did?
Like,
what the fuck is wrong with you people?
That's
God. I don't know what it is. Keep moving on. I'll figure it out.
There was a Soul Reaver reboot that was in development that has been canceled at some point. That came out recently. Obviously, that was an Eidos Montreal game, which is the parent company is Embracer Group. So not a surprise that it got canceled at this point. But still a bummer. I would have liked to see something in that franchise after many, many years of nothing. So this next one makes me laugh, but Square Enix and one of the investors has slammed their current performance and urges other shareholders to share frank views as it calls for a fundamental reassessment of its business. Basically, the investors are pissed that their games ain't selling the way that they were promised.
They don't make the games anymore, and they're already backtracking on exclusivity. That doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't.
Putting all of our stuff on a Switch where it's all going to run like shit.
16 is already on an Xbox.
Yeah,
now.
It's like they're in a, I don't want to say tailspin, but it's not.
Say fight or flight.
It's not going great. I mean,
it's not going
they brought the Clair people in and be like, how we make games now. Please tell.
Yeah, please tell
because
us.
They're getting their asses kicked.
Yes, they are.
Like I said, the best thing they can do is try to come up with some money, try to buy Sandfall, and tell them, please make Final Fantasy 17 for us. You can still make Clair Obscur games, but please make Final Fantasy 17 for us. Because again, like I said earlier, they had nothing to show. Nothing.
Yeah, crazy to me that they had nothing.
They didn't have
yes.
the next Final Fantasy game in this trilogy. They didn't have whatever the next thing is. They didn't have a remake of something else. They didn't have Dragon Quest.
Well, it seems like they're falling back.
They don't do Tomb Raider anymore.
7 remake. Yeah,
they've got. But like that's the thing is like we're falling on Dragon Quest remakes to save us.
Yeah, we are
3, 1, and 2, 7. Like we can't make 12, but we can do a 7 remake pretty easy.
Yeah,
pretty
like
easily.
Square is. Remember they had IO, they had Crystal Dynamics, they had all this stuff, and they let it all go.
They had a lot.
They had Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, and we don't want that no more. You know, Hitman.
They had Hitman when it kind of dipped a little bit, and then when it resurged with the recent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We don't want that.
And IO wanted to be independent, so it is what it is. I put this one in here more for the laughs, but the bad looking Deus Ex remaster has been delayed indefinitely.
Yeah, it means canceled.
That means that it's been canceled. Let's be fair here.
It looked terrible.
It looked terrible. And then our final, also put in here for a chuckle, our final news article is Microsoft has stated it's really hard to ship a game annually like Call of Duty. This past year would have been their first year where they really had any kind of hands-on with Call of Duty, because last year it was already in development and that deal went through. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 has been pretty poorly received, but I thought it was funny, and that, like, this is one game that has shipped under them now for Call of Duty, and they're already like, oh, it's really hard to do that. This is what you signed up for.
Oh, stupid.
So, and then they did confirm that next year's Call of Duty will not be a Black Ops game. So I thought that was funny as well. But that ends the news. Like I said, the biggest thing that we had, and I knew going in, was going to be the Game Awards. So we can quickly do game recommendations of the week. For me, I'm just going to recommend PowerWash Simulator 2. That's the major thing that I've been playing, and I really enjoy it, and I really think that it's good. If you played the first one, you're going to have a good time with the second one. So, but like we were saying earlier, like if you are expecting more of a sequel, it is more of like an expansion that just runs a little bit better than the first one.
Yeah.
But that's not taking away anything from what it is. It's more power wash. But that would be my recommendation. What about you, Dan?
I went and dug through the box.
Pulled something.
I went and dug through the box, and I just pulled out one of my favorite games.
Ooh,
Separation
Anxiety. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a great one. It's basically like Maximum Carnage 2, but you can play as Venom.
It is.
And you know this, but my son is very into Venom now. I've lost him to the dark side, and so I dug this out. And
has he asked for you to watch the movie yet?
No, we watched Spider-Man 3 though. He did make me watch that. Not a good movie still. Weird. But
like probably better than Venom movies.
Yeah, it has Spider-Man. Okay. It has Spider-Man in it. So yeah. So we watched that again. He's very into like the comics and all that kind of stuff. So I dug this out, and I thought maybe I got my Super NT over there, so maybe we'll hook it up and hang out and play through some of this, because I think he'll like it, because it's got a whole bunch of symbiotes in it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Matt?
Arc Raiders, man. I just said do it.
Arc Raiders.
Yeah, man.
No, that's good. We can kick over to movies, TV and stuff. I've watched a little bit of stuff. I will read this email, because we have an email that leads into something here, and I think we've all seen it.
Okay.
Casey from Cleveland, Ohio. Hey guys, any thoughts on this Supergirl trailer? Personally, I was underwhelmed. So yes, they did. I think it was yesterday, actually. They released the Supergirl trailer. This will be the next DCU movie. I'm lukewarm on it, I guess is what I would say. It looks very generic, and very heavy Guardians of the Galaxy vibes.
Well,
and the memes have been going around too, like comparing her to Star-Lord with the headphones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this actress necessarily is a bad choice to play Supergirl. I actually think she looks the part
for sure.
I do like that they're giving her more of a story, and it's not just, hey, I'm a girl boss that can do all this shit.
Yep.
It's not that. I still don't like the aspect of her being like a drunk, but because I was telling you before we started recording, because now that I saw it, I can't get it out of my head. Mm-hmm. But somebody put side by side comparisons of her and Will Smith Hancock and said, explain to me the difference between these two characters from this trailer and Hancock. And I was like, I kind of see what they're saying. Ooh. Like she's flying around with that trench coat on. She's obviously has a drinking problem. Like, I don't know. Like I came out of it. The one thing I came out of and said, hey, that looks cool. And it's such a brief, like blink and you'll miss it thing. Lobo being played by Jason Momoa. Yeah. He looks great. But again, it's a blink and you miss it thing. He doesn't say anything in the trailer, and they're hiding that on purpose. Yeah, and that's a good thing.
He knows what to do.
But like, I'm not put off by it enough that like, oh, I won't watch this or anything like that. I wasn't blown away by it. But given how much I liked Superman, I would be willing to give it a chance, obviously. So, what did you think of it, Dan?
I mean, I'm into it. I will reserve judgment until like I actually see it. And like, I trust him to do things that I will enjoy. And I think it'll be fine. And again, like this movie is going to be about like obviously like her personal growth as we build to whatever the team up movies are. Now, the only problem with this, we build to what the team ups movies are, is if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, we're in trouble.
But it might not be Netflix.
Yeah, but it might be the Saudis and Jared Kushner buying it instead. So we might be in trouble. So is this the end of the Gunnerverse already? Who knows?
It could be.
It could be. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that. It's possible.
It's 100% possible at this point.
Because Netflix is already like, what they're going to do. If they buy this, they're going to gut it to hell. They're going to take the properties. They're going to make their own shit and put it on their own platform. Yep. And you're not going to get Batman movies in the theater anymore, even though we're committed to 30-day.
You'll get the Batman Part 2, but that will be the end.
But I'm saying like beyond what's like established now.
No.
We're committed to fuck you. You're not. You're only doing
not at the window, at the window that people would expect. It'll be the Netflix window, which is like 2 weeks. They'll put the stuff in there for publicity reasons, like Stranger Things and shit's going to be in theaters, sure, because it's an event. But the Knives Out movie that just got put up today, I think, was out for 2 weeks in theaters, but limited.
So, that's the thing is like it's going to get less and less and less, and so I don't know. Like maybe this is it. Maybe this is the end of the Gunnerverse as we know it.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's nothing was going to stop me from seeing it. Yeah. The trailer could have been whatever, and I would have gone and seen it.
Fair enough. So I guess that's really our thoughts on the trailer. As far as other stuff I watched Nobody 2, and I didn't care for Nobody 2. I don't know. The whole time I watched it, and I loved the first movie. I thought the first movie was great.
Yeah, I love the first one.
The entire time I just was like, this is a bummer. Like I couldn't get into it.
Put down on it. It really just felt like more of the same. Like it's kind of the same movie.
It felt more of the same, but also I just felt like it got too jokey compared to the first one, and just different. Like more of the family was involved. I don't know. It didn't capture me the way that the first one did.
I don't like in the movies where like they get the family involved, like the wife and the son. That's too much. It was enough for him to have his brother and his dad. Like
I didn't have a problem with him going on vacation and having to deal with it. Yeah. But I think it would have been more fun if he had to be on vacation and kind of hide his family from doing this stuff instead of them just being in it.
Well, there was no option to do that after the way the first one ends.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah. There was really nowhere else to go.
But yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason I was bummed on it. The only other movie I watched since we've been off was Shelby Oaks, which you watched as well, Matt. Not bad. Very interesting throughout the entire movie. I don't want to spoil anything about it for people that want to watch it, but it does a really good job of mixing found footage with like the mockumentary style. And it has some interesting twists and turns at the end with the story. It does kind of have like, and I'm really going around like plot details of the movie, but it really does kind of go some places at the end, but then just kind of suddenly ends.
Yeah.
And I think that was my one issue with it, is like the way in which it suddenly ends, I thought was kind of flat a little bit for me. But I enjoyed the rest of the movie.
I was actually, I felt the same way. The ending was kind of, like, I'm not really sure
like
how to
just wrapped that up real fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but in the same instance, like, the movie itself was really solid. Like, I don't know what I was going in, like, expecting, but what I got was better than what I was thinking it was going to be.
100% agree.
And I was okay with that because, like I told you before, I think the main actress, I really think she played this part fantastic.
Yes.
And it kind of kept me in it. How
it did.
How she was in it. So, like,
for being a movie that's made by a prominent YouTuber, it didn't feel like it.
Not at all.
That was my thing going in. I was like, oh, it's going to be really low budget and like a YouTube. Not at all.
Not at all.
And I do think that Neon picking it up and obviously kicked them a little bit more money to kind of add a few things into it, from what I understand from the original cut of the movie when it was kind of being screened around, helped it. So that was a 7 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it. So just like I said, the ending a little flat, but excited to see that guy do something else. So
yeah.
The only other like real thing that I've been watching is that Welcome to Derry show, which has been tremendous with one exception. And I'm not gonna get into that here or talk about the spoiler because we literally have one episode of this season left, which is going to be airing this Sunday. So they have a chance to redeem the one error that I think the show has, because it's one of those things where like there's a plot line involving the military, and I won't get into it, and they have a specific motivation, and then in this most recent episode, it's revealed what the real motivation is, and the real motivation is really stupid. like really bad writing level stupid. And there's a way it could be fixed, but I don't want to say what that is because that could happen in the last episode here and it would make me happy and would fix that. And if that is what happens, it would spoil it. So as far as like how they handle it, because they have more time to play with that than the movies did. So what I think the big strength of this is, outside of the CG in this movie, this show is terrible. It's really bad. Like the first episode, you have to like the first episode. I don't think it's a shocker or a spoiler at this point to say, because it's been very publicly put out there to the point that they released an original poster when this show started of the kids. And then after the first episode, they put out the real poster with the real kids because the kids in the first episode are killed. So all of them but one. So that was kind of like a kind of a gut punch thing. The problem is that scene would be more effective if the thing that was killing them wasn't this horrible like infant baby CGI bat thing that looks like a cartoon. So, and that's the problem I have with the first episode. And then when you get to the second one, the way it's handled in this show, kind of a little bit like the movie, but in the show it's different, is that before you get to Bill Skarsgård showing up as Pennywise, they play with how it is an entity and it feeds upon your fear, so it can show up as different things. And they do this really effectively. But when they do it effectively and they use CG, it is in the shadows and in the dark. So you don't see the terrible CG. And when they do that, it's fun and it's effective. It's good. But they don't always do that. Like the infant baby bat thing flying around. So he does have a fantastic appearance when he does finally show up. It's good. I'll say, like, even bad CG aside, the way they introduce him is very, very good. So, and they also go into his complete backstory. They explain what he actually is. They've taken elements of what they explained him to be in the Dark Tower universe. But it is explained more effectively here. The show also has, if you're familiar with any of the Stephen King stuff, it has the character Dick Hallorann from The Shining. He works with the military because they're trying to find the entity known as it. So he does Shining stuff in the show. And he's a big part and a big aspect. It reminds me, like, the best way I can describe it is it reminds me of that Castle Rock show from a couple years ago, only instead of some like unknown force, it's Pennywise. So it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. I hope it ends well. So it's getting 2 more seasons. So, but the 2 other seasons are going to go back in time more. So I think season 2 is going to be 1935 and the first season is going to be 1908. So, but excellent show. So that is what I've been watching. What about you, Dan?
Not a ton of like newer stuff. I've been waiting for some of this other stuff to come out on digital to watch, like Running Man and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I finally watched that Heads of State movie. I think Matt, you watched that, right?
I did.
Yeah. It's fine, I guess. Like, I don't even like for what it's exactly what it is. It's just an excuse to watch the 2 of them beat dudes up and stuff. It's fine. Nothing special.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible,
yeah,
but like
bad.
it was just there. Like I was
a
okay
little
with
crazy
that.
towards the end, but
yeah,
where like the she's in on it too, and like on disarming these guys. Like it's a little much, but overall it was a fun ride. It was like a good action movie to like just kind of put on the side. What else did I watch? Oh, I went and saw Back to the Future in the theater when they did the re-release for that, so that was fun.
That's always nice.
You know, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. So, like, you know, obviously I never got to watch it in the theater. So an excuse to go see that on the big screen, even though when I know that movie by heart, it was still really fun. And, but got my Back to the Future cup and all that kind of stuff. So that was good. I like that movie theaters are doing this now. Like, a movie from 40 years ago. Yes, please put it out again. I would love to go see some of this older stuff. Like, even like the drive-through is cool because they do it too, but like that's kind of like the point of a drive-through. But like to go to a movie theater when they do this kind of stuff is cool too.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was telling my buddy when we left, I'm like, now I'd want them to put 2 out, and I would really like it if they would just do like 2 and 3 as like one show
as a double.
Yeah, because it's meant to be one movie. But so that was cool to go do. I would love for them to keep doing stuff like that with other old movies, which they are. I mean, like the Kill Bill thing came out. My buddy texted me, he's like, you want to go to this? I'm like, I'm not sitting in a theater for 5 hours to watch a movie I like and a movie I don't care about. Because I would leave after 1 at that point. And then I told you we watched Spider-Man 3. My kids and I have been doing this like movie night thing every week now. So like we just watched, it was my turn to pick. And I was scrolling through stuff and I picked Small Soldiers, which I have not seen in forever.
Such a good one.
Yeah, and I told my son, I'm like, I think you'd like this because it's kind of fun. And I forgot how like that movie is violent. Like it's like the ending scene, violent. Like people are getting hurt and like cut, and people are bleeding. That kid gets those like those things to hold corn shot into his leg, and like stalking his leg. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a really fun movie. Like it still looks pretty good. Like I think a lot of the effects were practical, but the stuff that wasn't like still looks super solid. Fun movie to watch again. And you know what the best part about it? It's only like an hour and a half long. It really just kind of keeps going.
Yeah,
once it starts.
That's always good for those.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good. He liked it a lot. I think we'll probably end up watching it again. That's kind of it for me. Like I haven't watched. I'm waiting for all this other stuff to come out on digital.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump right in. I saw Roofman. It's a new Channing Tatum movie. It was okay. It was so the story behind that guy is really crazy.
That's what I read, yeah.
And if the movie is essentially how he hid and how he lived, even crazier. Like just the simple fact that this man hid inside of a Toys R Us for that much time is insane, because like the amount of stuff he took inside of that Toys R Us would have really made me question, like, I'm sorry, but if I was the manager and all of that stuff would have went missing the way it would have, I would have definitely been questioning a lot of stuff. Not necessarily just my people. I'd been like, something's happening in the store that's just not right. All in all, it was a fine movie. I think Channing and Kirsten played really well with each other. It was okay. I would definitely watch it again. It was pretty entertaining. I went and saw Zootopia 2 in theaters.
Okay.
Fantastic. So the one thing I really enjoyed about it is it kind of didn't stray from the original formula of Zootopia.
Good.
Okay.
And I was really happy about that because I was concerned how they were going to do it. And so from the original to this one, it's only a week. There's like a week of a time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like, even though by the end of Zootopia 1, Judy and Nick were kind of like in sync.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They start to fall out of sync with this second one. And they just kind of like,
maybe it should have been set more than a week after the first one.
Kinda, but the way that Judy actually is, you can kind of see why it happens. Okay. And it kind of fits. Like it fits fine. Like it doesn't really do anything different. I can just definitely say I think that the formula they followed for Zootopia 1, they carried directly to Zootopia 2, and it actually made it feel like a really good sequel. Okay. And the twist in the second one was not really what I expected to happen. Okay. But it was good. Like it kind of just helped the movie kind of carry on. It was very well done. Very well done. And it actually answered a question that I had in the original Zootopia 2. So it just kind of, there's a lot that happens in Zootopia in Zootopia 1 that carries into Zootopia 2. And it's actually just really good. I recommend watching it. I think it was like fantastic. I then watched that movie Playdate. That's Kevin James and
Oh yeah.
Alan Richardson.
It's okay. It's very action packed. I think the thing I like the most about it is that it just immediately kind of starts, and they just like the characters that Kevin and Alan play, they just kind of like Alan just kind of like takes him over and just keeps pulling him into the direction he's trying to force him to go.
Sure.
So I think it's good because I don't feel like Kevin was out of place in this movie, and I think that kind of helped out a lot. I mean, it was on Amazon Prime, so it's not like I paid anything to watch it. So it's for an Amazon Prime movie, it's okay. And then I watched that new Peacock show Stumble. It's about the cheerleading group.
Yeah.
It's all right. I feel like, kind of how you're watching that DMV show.
Sadly,
I feel like every new show feels like it's trying to follow that same formula that The Office did, and it doesn't necessarily work. And I don't know why they keep trying, because like I haven't watched Paper.
The Paper,
the Paper. I did watch like half of an episode of DMV. I did not like it. Did not care for it.
It was bad.
It was bad. And then this Stumble, it's 4 episodes in, and it's got funny parts to it.
But you're saying you're ready to stumble out of it.
I feel like I could stop right now and just be okay with it. But it's just not. I feel like they need to stop doing these kind of shows and just kind of go back to doing regular TV shows, because it's just not. It's like, I know you're trying to find that Office formula again so you can do something with it, and like you can have your next show plateau, but you're not. It's not working anymore. Like, you just stop. Go back to regular TV shows and do something different. Not worth it. But I feel like I've watched other stuff, but I can't remember anything. But I think out of everything I've watched since we've been on break, Zootopia 2's the cake. Man.
Easily the one.
Yeah, easily the cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can kick it over to emails here. I have one that I held for you to be back, Dan, since last time.
Okay.
So this one comes to us from Andrew from Aspen, Colorado. Howdy, 572 guys. Loved your mini episode with your top 5 Xbox 360 games. I'm curious, what's one game from that era that never got remastered, remade, ported up to current gen that you would love to see? Not even just a back compat situation, but a remaster or remake of it. So we all picked one. Why don't you go ahead, Dan, with yours?
Mine is from a franchise that we may never see again.
Agree.
But I would love to see Splinter Cell Conviction specifically, like remade now. Imagine what that game would look like on a current PS5.
It would look crazy.
It would be unbelievable.
System.
Conviction, like, I love Splinter Cell series in general. Obviously, some of them are better than others. Like Double Agent doesn't really do it for me, but and if we're picking specifically from the 360 area, like Conviction is when they first did that, like the first overhaul of that series, where like, remember, like
that was the first
putting
major,
up, like, remember where they were like putting up like the mission on like lights on the buildings and stuff, and everything. The HUD was just like part of the world. Like it was such
a big step
cool
up
fucking way to change that game.
Because wasn't there only like a year between Chaos Theory and then Double Agent?
Yeah, and you could tell
Double Agent was almost like a launch title.
Yeah, it was strange, and it just didn't play right, and it felt weird. Conviction really tried to give it more,
tried to modernize it more
realistic, where like you were just in the world playing the game, and like things were in the world with you, and like gave it a better story. Like, you know, they made it more about, like, that was the first one where like they really made it more about like his daughter and stuff.
Exactly.
That game is incredible. And Blacklist is really good too. I'm not saying it's not, like, but I think I'd rather have Conviction remade. Blacklist, incredible game, but I like Conviction a little bit more. That being said, I would just love just a Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell game?
Not even that, but like a Splinter Cell 1 remake. Can you imagine if they made 1 now? Man.
They talk about
it comes up. They made the anime thing. I just don't think it's real anymore.
I don't either.
Ubisoft has no fucking clue what they're doing anymore, man. all they do is make fucking Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bummer because like, where's Division 3? Where's Splinter Cell? Like, you guys have properties people care about. Where are they?
They do, yeah.
It's crazy. But that's mine. That's for sure. Splinter Cell.
Mine, I'll actually tie it into both if we're going into remake territory, because the first one is a backwards compatible game on the Xbox, but I would like to see, like if you were going to go do like an actual remake, Condemned, both of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, Condemned 1 is a back compat game, but I would like to see a full remake of both of them. And I think the second one especially does a lot of cool things that game is tied to the generation it was on. It was never ported to PC.
No.
It is literally tied to that generation, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fantastic horror game. Both of them.
They're both really good.
Both really good, really unique and original games that we won't see anything of today because Monolith doesn't exist anymore. So,
God, and imagine like the stuff they could do now with like the forensics part of like being like exploring like the crime scenes. Like, imagine how much more in depth they could get with that kind of stuff. Because those parts were good because they really broke up the rest of the game. Like
they did
going through like that fucking mall. We talk about it all the time. Fuck that mall. But like having to stop and do like the things really kind of gave you a sense of pace. But like, man, what they could do with that now, imagine if that got like a Silent Hill 2 level remake.
Be awesome.
Be awesome.
But you, Matt, what's your pick?
Something kind of dorky, but I said Naughty Bear.
Okay.
I remember people I never played it, but I remember people liked that game a lot.
People liked that game a lot.
It always sold.
Yeah.
It was, it was an interesting game. I mean, I guess I could see why maybe they wouldn't do it, but I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to do something like that too. But I mean, I don't think it's going to do it. So, I mean, it's okay.
We can now get into what I expected. I did make a video on the GameStop Trade Anything Day, and I did kind of put out a call to try and get some emails. Mm-hmm. Obviously, for those that don't know, GameStop had a really silly, stupid promotion, Trade Anything in Day. Obviously, there were rules to it, but as expected, people didn't really follow all of those rules.
No, because you got to do it for the laughs. Got to do it for the chuckles.
Well, it's a meme now. Yeah. It's all meme stop. So we got a couple emails from some managers here. Michael, I'm just going to fire off all three of these because they're all part of the same thing. Mm-hmm. Michael from Redacted. Hi, guys. The Trade Anything Day was just fucking awful at my store. People did not read the rules. I had everything from people trying to trade in old TVs and VCRs to some guy actually brought in a box of condoms as a joke. Ridiculous. A box of condoms would cost more than the $5 he would have gotten. This is the worst promotion GameStop has ever done. I am a 10+ year manager ready to be done. Grant from Redacted. Fuck Trade Anything Day. All I did was bring in the worst of the worst people and did nothing to push this company in any correct direction. Been working on getting out for a while, but this really made me burn the candle a bit more. Sheesh. And finally, Ray from Redacted. Manager here, Trade Anything Day wasn't a joke and wasn't cute. I wish the CEO would just shut this business down at this point, trying to get out before out, but for the love of God, just end it.
That's crazy.
So
it's just a promotion. They're trying to meme the company into the ground.
Yeah.
So like, I obviously on the Reddit, I read plenty of them. But like one store had an asshole customer bring in a dildo and throw that on the counter. Gee, that's fun. This is a store where kids shop. But it's a joke. And then they got kicked out and got reamed out by their regional and their district manager for kicking out a guy who brought in a fucking sex toy to this work.
it's also important to note that like they did want people to do viral stuff online and do social media posts and stuff like that. So that was always going to invite this kind of bullshit.
This is a company that's literally asking people online to harass their employees. They're begging you to do it because they want more people to see that they sell Pokemon cards marked up 100% over MSRP.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You saw that too, right? Like they scalp Pokemon cards. Part of me gets it because they're just cutting out the scalper and getting the money. You're a retail business, dude. Best Buy doesn't pull this shit. Target doesn't pull this shit. Well, then they never have stock it because they sell it for the appropriate price.
Yeah.
Like GameStop is literally just turning itself into a joke as fast as possible to get as much money in a row as possible before, again, they close 600 stores next month. And then there's we're down to 1,200. And then all of a sudden, all 1,200 close the next year. It's going to happen. We've talked about it all the time. It's going to flip a switch and then he's going to say, we're done.
Does it happen before the next console generation?
At this point,
starts?
I would have to assume.
You think so?
Because the next console
generation won't have drives.
No, and they're also
not attached.
They keep talking like, oh, it's 2027. I don't think it's that soon. I think it's probably 28 before you get a real like PS6, Xbox.
Because I think a lot.
I also say
Xbox,
anything that comes out between now and 28 that's an Xbox doesn't count. That's not a generation of console. Doesn't count.
I think also they may get cold feet because of the RAM situation. Yeah, because the prices are so ridiculous.
Because if that's going to drive a PlayStation 6 to $1,000, no one's buying it.
Not at all.
They're going to have to wait, or they're going to have to, or they're going to have to build stock to the point where they can sell it for $500.
Absolutely.
But trade anything day, a fucking joke. To be fair, I did it. I went in there. I traded. I brought in a plastic straw that was in my car. Still wrapped like a McDonald's truck. Got $5 for that, and then my kids each traded a Pokemon card that they got for free from the manager to trade in for $5 a piece. And we got whatever, and I bought a couple packs of Magic cards, and my daughter bought something, and there you go. But I looked in the box of the trade stuff. To be fair, they didn't really get crazy stuff. I don't think the amount of stores that got like shitty stuff is as high as people think it is. But the fact that it happened at all is terrible. All right, and then the thing that really pissed me off the most about this, and the thing that probably would have set me off if I was still there, is that douchebag kid on like Instagram and TikTok who trades in the games of like the guy working's face on the cover.
Oh yeah,
they brought him in to work at a store in Chicago for a couple hours to work at a store. How much
did they bring him to the Brickyard?
Somewhere around there.
Okay,
but if not that, one of the other ones. But they paid him for that, right? They must have paid him for that. And I guarantee you it was a little bit more than what all the employees who work at that store every day make.
100%.
By a little bit, I mean, it had a couple zeros. Like, there's no way that kid's doing that for free just for exposure. He's getting paid to do it. And that just shows that the company and that store and that district manager and that regional manager specifically think the people that work there are jokes.
Yeah.
They think that all of their employees are fucking losers because they're willing to bring in a guy who harasses employees while they're trying to work there.
That's bad.
Man, I wish it's the kind of thing too where I wish I would have lived near that store and I could have gone in and went to that guy and just said like, hey, what's up, motherfucker? Trade in my motherfucking game, motherfucker. You can't kick me out for it because you do it.
No.
Just act like that guy. Put my phone directly in front of his face and hold it up to his face.
Yeah,
and just harass him for 30 minutes. If he can't get kicked out, why can I?
Right,
exactly.
That guy's a piece of shit. And I'll tell you right now, any employee who worked with him, if you think that was a cool and a part of your life, you need to reevaluate yourself.
Yeah,
that kid's a piece of shit. This whole fucking thing is dumb as fuck. It's a publicity stunt for what? To give $5 away to people. Wow,
basically.
Do you know what the actual trick for it was? Do you know why they actually did it or part of it? It's because you got a bounce back coupon on your receipt for 20% extra trade on the next real thing you trade. That's why they're willing to give you $5 for anything, because their whole point is to give you a coupon to encourage you to trade real stuff and get more money. Because remember, we would do that all the time where you buy this, you get a coupon on the receipt. That's the real scam. It wasn't just to be nice and give you $5. It was to try to get you to trade into something else. Yes.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then our last email, which I should have read during the Game Awards stuff, but I didn't. Yeah, a couple hours ago. Chris from Boise, Idaho. Hey guys, Game Awards was all right this year. Trailers were good. Clair Obscur swept as it should. Like, it really didn't overall seem like a bad showcase. What did you guys think? Like I said, what did you say? You gave it like a B+.
Like a B+. Like, I feel like we could have crept into A territory if we had either A, shuffled the show around a little bit, or B, had a actual banger for the end. Yeah. Or give me the one more and give me the Final Fantasy name. But, like, compared to years past, far superior. And this should be the blueprint going forward. Year. Yes, this should be the blueprint going forward. Less ads. I still think there's room for... I feel like there's room for less shitty awards and more actual awards. Because the only thing I thought was strange and is the Best Performance Award is a mixture of like male and female people. Like, you know, like there's no best actor, actress like the Oscars and stuff do. It's everybody's in one. And, you know, I get why the Game Awards would do it, but I feel like there could be more awards.
There could be on that front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get that, but it overall, I mean, for somebody who didn't watch it, but at least watched, you know, most of the trailers, it seemed like a better year than it has been.
Compared to trailers from last year, it was better. Like I said before, too, I didn't feel like I was getting ads shoved in my face constantly.
It felt like that the year before. That was one of the big reasons. So my big reasons for not watching this year, obviously had a lot going on. Didn't really want to deal with the ads, but also I even finished Clair Obscur, and I figured they were going to spoil something about the end of that game. So
did they?
Yeah.
I kind of figured maybe at some point they might have slipped something in.
There was like
enough that I would put it together because I'm halfway through and be like, oh, that's really what's going on.
No, well, the only thing I think they said that I'll say it because it doesn't. They brought up. I'm sure many of you out there are arguing about which ending is the true ending because there's two endings. But and it's up to you to decide which one is correct. There isn't a true ending. Yeah, I liked it more.
Like they didn't even come out and say, "Well, this one's really the truth."
No. It's up to you to decide, and they both end it in different ways. So to be fair, that's kind of cool. If you don't want to play through the final boss again, don't, and just watch it online because it's not that big of a deal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like it was. I think part of the reason these were good is because we had a game like Clair Obscur that we knew was good and was going to win everything.
Again, the industry needed that.
It so bad.
It needed it so bad and to just kind of kickstart it.
And now we worry for 2026. Oh, by the way,
2026 has GTA.
Well, I was gonna throw that in too. Who do you think won award for the most anticipated game, Kyle?
Like it does every year, GTA.
Yeah,
6.
hell yeah. And what if it does again?
Never even a competition.
What if it does again next year? Wink, wink.
I argue it probably could.
It could.
Crazy.
But that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Podcast 572. We're not going to record like a full episode while we're on the Christmas break here, but we are going to do a separate mini episode that just talks about what our picks are for Game of the Year and Movie of the Year. We can do that too. We'll do that, and that'll be up between our break here. That'll be up. So otherwise we'll be back in the new year. You can send all your emails into podcast572@gmail.com. But thank you for listening or watching.
Thank you, everyone.
Stay safe.